So, thank you so much for doing it. I thought that was absolutely hilarious, and encapsulated a lot of like really intense lore, kind of succinctly. So well done, AI. I
That's
guess.
amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Whatever I give it, it's
but
gonna do it. Yay.
Thanks, AI.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I,
So
Captain.
good.
But yeah, let's dive into tonight's episode.
Woohoo.
Let me do this. Where are you?
Launch
Nope.
the gate.
This one. This one. This one. This one. This one.
This one.
This one. This one. This one. This one.
Now recording.
Now recording.
Now recording.
I think it's this one.
Now recording.
Recording.
I'm just making fun of AI now.
We thanked it
We don't mean
earlier.
it.
Now we're
Thank
just
you.
making funny of it. Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you so much.
You just went on the list.
Take no offense.
Yeah.
Be nice to me in the human zoo.
That's right. Yeah.
Literally.
AI overlord.
So it was about a month ago when you all met for the first time in an insignificant little dive bar called the Sojourn. You had all been hired by a dwarf, Gundren Rockseeker, whom you had all met briefly while in Neverwinter. What started off as a simple job to bring some mining equipment down to the small frontier town of Delverton, a job you all took for various reasons. To get away, earn a little bit of coin, to find your footing, to get some information, to be able to travel safely. Whatever your reason was, this small little job soon turned into a full-fledged adventure. During this adventure, your deeds began to accumulate. You saved a member of the Lord's Alliance, a man named Sildar Hawthorne from the clutches of the Cragmaw Goblin clan. And upon arriving in Delverton, you stood up to the Red Brands, a mercenary group terrorizing the townsfolk, and killed their leader. You also uncovered a wizard named Ierno Albrecht and his plot dealing with a creature known as the Pale Spider. This spider had something Ierno wanted: Ethereum, the magical substance behind the legend of Echoing Cave. The goblins seem to have learned this information as well, by kidnapping Gundren and learning of what his brothers had discovered. You then went to go save him, and thwarted a goblin invasion in the process, severing its leadership at the head, and protecting the good people of Delverton once more. You've made friends, allies, and enemies on the road thus far, with your latest interaction being somewhat a combination of all three. The orcs of Orzul Ovak and the massive astral bloom in which they have built their village belonged to a circle of druids who had developed a mastery of fire and flame. However, this tribe was young, only a few generations old, having chosen to settle here after centuries of their ancestors living as nomads. Bernie, you were invited to visit the temple of their ancestors by the chief of this village's partner, Sutha. The temple was on the surface away from the mighty, impressive tree and constructed entirely out of the preserved skulls of their ancestors. Several ivory towers and pyramids arranged in sacred patterns stood amongst the natural vegetation, and it would have been disturbing, maybe even horrifying in any other context. But despite its macabre nature, this space felt peaceful and sacred to you. While here, Sutha taught you how to commune with her ancestors, how to speak with the dead. And as you spoke with them, you learned some things. Learned of the stories passed down generation after generation after generation after generation of these orc tribes. You learned, finding a note, that a according to this tribe, you are considered a daughter of the light. You learned that the orcs refer to these massive trees that emit blooms of starlight as astral trees. They believed planted by a being made entirely of light. They believed the trees were planted at a time when the universe was splitting and the planes are beginning to bleed into one another. The trees' roots grew so deep that they bound the planes within their respective locations in the cosmos, keeping them safe and separate and stable once more. You then described Domic's vision to the elders, and if they knew anything about what it was you described. And they told you that you described the Ancient One, Eos, the First. But something about your story didn't make sense to the stories the elders knew. You described this being as a prisoner, but they described Eos as a prison. Maybe a translation error, but something about that stuck with you. When asked how to save your world, you were told that you already know. You were allowed to leave the village peacefully, the orcs admitting some faults in the previous night's interaction and describing to you the rising tension that had been growing between the elders and the chief and his family. You were led back to the spot where you were first, for lack of a better word, kidnapped by the orcs. And that's when Gundren soon discovered a wayfinding stone from his brothers, indicating that orcs were nearby and caution should be used. Finding little humor in this, you all began to set up your camp for the evening. While camping, Kitland, I think you won, or rather, Gundren won in the kind of dice game that Skoden taught you all. This very unique bag filled with these furry little baubles. And as you plucked one out and kind of tossed it to the ground, it unfurled and took the form of a mastiff that now is kind of lazily licking its chops, and Pamela and the mastiff are kind of circling and sniffing each other in a very friendly manner. Domic, you have spent some time identifying the 3 potions, and I believe those have been added to your inventory. Is that correct?
I believe we only did one because I can only identify one at a time. So we did the potion of heroism. Or the
you may
courage.
continue identifying the potions if you wish. The rest of you, I think, may have been given some items or bartered for some items, and I would advise you to check if any of those need to be attuned to. Otherwise, the night is yours. It is getting pretty late. Your camp is set up. There's a fire going. And in the morning, you will continue your journey toward Echo Mine or Echo Cave.
Can I just, like, during the night, I'd like to try to communicate with the dog to see if it works kind of the same way it does with my communication with Pamela. Now that I've, she's understands me better. Right?
Sure.
Whatever the Beast of the Land upgrade to level 4.
Oh, interesting. What was that? So that's like specifically with your companion, or just kind of
I'm looking for it. I think
Yeah.
I have speak with animals, but I thought
right?
I had something that like the beast of my
It
own
makes it
understand my
better or something.
commands. Yeah,
Yeah.
without having to use like a spell slot to talk to him. I'm gonna try and find it. I don't know. I'll start with the common. Does it understand?
I'm 99.9% positive, but let me grab my notes on the item really fast.
Okay.
I gave you the rust bag. Right?
Yes.
Say about because sometimes there's like it's but it's from the food or it's from the so it might have different. Yeah. You speak to it in common, and the dog sort of tilts its head to you, and then kind of does a playback. Roll me an animal handling or an insight check.
Okay, hey, look, it
was the same.
It's it's either the
Yes.
same or it works now. And,
Yay!
It was just a coincidence. They both are still rolling
Yeah.
randomly. It just matched up this time.
Yeah.
With a 16 animal handling, this dog is acting very much just like a normal dog.
like it doesn't understand me exactly.
It like maybe like you're with a 16 animal handling, like it kind of understands your tone and it definitely recognizes you as an authority, but it understands you in a way a massive would understand a human. Now
It's not like a magic link. Like if I
Correct.
wanted to do something, I might have to use speak with animals or something, right? Is that what I'm gathering?
As you kind of spend time playing with this dog, and I literally just had it losing my mind. It was behind me. As you're playing with this dog and kind of examining the pouch as well, does it say if it needs to you need attunement to it, Caitlin?
I just wrote it down as a thing. I didn't know it was I thought you made that up.
Oh
But I'll
no,
look up
absolutely
the
not. Go ahead
rest
and
bag.
add
It-
a rust bag of tricks to your inventory.
Okay.
And
Yay.
it does not require attunement. So I think after like kind of like 10 or 15 minutes of sort of playing with the dog and kind of just examining this bag, roll me either this will be interesting actually because it do you want to spend more time with the bag or more time with the dog?
More time with the with the dog, I mean.
Okay, give me one more animal handling check, and you can roll it with advantage because your last one was so good. Dog's already kind of friendly to you.
Nice.
Woohoo.
That's an athletic.
That's
That's okay. I'll just yeah.
Fuck.
It's close. They
Not
have
as
advantage.
nice.
There's one.
Oof.
Oh, it was just on that.
So close.
God.
So I think you just kind of have a stubborn massive, and what you probably could have figured out in like 5 minutes takes you closer to half an hour. And you learn that this dog kind of will listen to you. It just looks like he's in a very playful mood. Like maybe this hasn't been used in a while, and some of these animals are a little bit more restless. Um, but there clearly is magic at work. You get a sense that uh, you're not really sure. Oh, one more second. I gotta read one thing. I'm so sorry, guys.
You're good.
Oh, you're
Good.
Okay. You're not entirely sure what will happen if the dog were to say like take lethal damage or something like that, and or what would happen to the fuzzy ball. Like you would probably still need to spend more time with that. Like you're definitely still learning things, but after spending now what has been closer to a half an hour because this dog has been so stubborn. And I don't think Pamela's helping much either. I think she's really enjoying having like a companion to kind of play with. So they're both getting distracted and you're having to like recall them a lot. But yes, ultimately you can control these animals in very similar manner to Pamela. It requires a bonus action to give them an action. And I think once you add the item to your inventory, it will explain
I
all
saw,
of that.
I saw it now. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you have this like very kind of like trial by fire moment as this, all of a sudden now you have this mastiff that is very eager for attention and easily distracted by Pamela that you're trying to carouse around the camp. What are the rest of you do? And then also just so you know, Kitlin, we'll kind of find out what happens to the animals when they die and what happens to the balls, whether or not they're exhausted or if they like magically reappear. We'll kind of play with that as time goes on and discover that organically. But do note that you can only use 3 balls per long rest.
Yeah.
What are you gonna call him, Kitland?
Oh, all right. I've not thought of a name. He's just appeared. What do you think's a good name?
Oh. Really big. Pamela, you got any ideas?
It's like Pamela will chortle. Think she wants to call him Lung.
Lung. That's perfect.
Lung. Yeah.
Can you spell that, lad?
Lung. Lung.
I thought she said. I don't know what accent Gundren is gonna have tonight, y'all. For whatever reason, Scottish had just flown out of my brain.
Long. I suppose in some ways he is a bit long.
No, like breathing, like a lung.
Lung.
I think he's saying
What?
lung. Like,
Long.
what you breathe with,
Aye, this won't get confusing at all.
like a bellows.
Like Bellows. What about Bellows?
What about lung bellows?
Right, there you go. Lung bellows.
Oh, that seems like it could go horribly wrong very quickly while in battle.
That's a good belly boy.
So Dominic, I think it's been like a half an hour or so. You could have identified all 3 potions, but I think because of the kind of distractions that have been going on in the camp, you're like still on the first one, and you like keep having to restart.
Focus. All right, I can't focus.
Like, damn it, I lost concentration.
The spell is only once per day.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. So I think finally you finish.
Yeah,
and
once per
you
long
uncovered
rest.
that this one is a potion of
Heroism.
Who has all the potions in their
I have
inventory?
Staris has the potions. Only one because we've only identified one.
We've only identified one, correct.
Yeah. I can
so
put
if you want to
mystery
leave them in
potion.
your inventory, you can. You can put them in the party inventory so everybody can see it. It's up to you.
Got it.
All right, so the
Oh,
potion.
I see.
Potion of heroism. This is going to be quite a boon, depending on when we use it or if we use it. We can try the other ones in the morning after we get some rest. I can't really focus with the Mastiff and Lung Bellows or Bellows Lung, whatever his name is going to be.
Lungy.
You've got it. Lung.
Lungy. Can't.
Well, I hope you have enough names for every creature that might pop out of that bag there, Caitlin.
Depending on what it could be. It could be a Mastiff. It could be a bunny rabbit. We don't know what it could be. The next one, hopefully,
Just
it's something.
assume they're all just dog balls, no?
I don't know if that's a great assumption to take if you're going to be having
What if
something
they're all
that we
different
don't know
types of
about.
dogs?
Ah, that's a good point.
Like one's a Mastiff and one's like a Yorkie and one's a like an Irish setter.
That would be interesting. Different uses.
The Labrador.
Yeah. Maybe one's a teacup. We don't know.
Oh. Well, if
Oh.
you've got
I thought they
It's
were
It's
ghosts.
possible.
Well,
rare beasts,
Yes.
interesting animals, you should probably take them to the east. There's beast traders out there that run a reserve.
Really?
makes
What's
some good
that?
money.
Oh, strange animals, beasts you could barely imagine. I used to work there.
Well, keep going. Used to work with strange animals.
Say more.
Yep. Well,
Possibly
So before I set
fantastic
out on the
beasts
road,
and where they find
there
them.
could be fantastic beasts. I would like to take you there. I don't want to distract from what we're supposed to be doing, and Pamela does have to get home. It
Just
sounds
buff
like
table really
spiders.
quickly. Sean, Desrin Valley, is that east? That was
Yes,
east, right?
that was to the east. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
so there's
Eladri, like, in Desrin Valley. Or near it.
I'm hand on my head right now. DM Sean.
okay. So you come from a town called Tribor,
Yes.
which has been mentioned a couple of times, which is like to the east of here. And what you're describing does very much exist in Tribor. The Desserin Valley would be even like beyond, like way beyond, like that's like, I don't want to say far east, but like you're getting into like uncharted territory where,
Oh.
as you know, Dylan's kind of, or Elaji's referring to like the next town over. So both in the same direction, but not necessarily the same thing or place.
Yep. I just didn't want to spout out too much nonsense information for
Yeah.
everyone. Yep. Not necessarily as far east as I've been, but I have heard of it. And Pamela is a stranger beast as I've ever seen. She might do well out there.
Right, yeah.
If anybody wants to, I can't remember. Have we rolled history checks for Tribor Trail or for Tribor in the past?
I think maybe in like the first couple weeks or sessions as we were getting our initial lay of the land.
Well,
But-
fuck it. Let's do it again.
Yep.
'Cause I like rolling dice.
Yes.
You said a history? I mean,
And,
I'll do it, but
yeah.
I won't remember anything.
Who's read a lot of books?
Yeah, that's fair. Comic with disadvantage, please.
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Not my history.
Are we all rolling?
Ooh.
Whoever wants to. Whoever thinks they might know something about Tribor.
God damn.
I might
the
know
ugliest
something.
dice.
Oh, no, I don't know anything. I don't read
I
books.
like
books.
my dice too.
So that's oh wait, what did I? Was that
It's
just one
disadvantage,
roll for me?
Dominic.
Okay, so disadvantage.
Because
18 is pretty great. That's terrible.
not a bad way to start.
All right, still 15.
Yeah.
Not correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not terrible.
That's
Was that the
hilarious.
highest?
I
Please
mean,
don't tell me
yeah.
that's
Yep.
the highest.
Yeah.
That was Thias.
I definitely didn't do
Awesome.
a history buff, but my history buff didn't help my roll.
You guys have like all seen it on a map, and like that's pretty much it, right? Aladri, you know, you're from there. You spent a lot of time there. You know a lot about Tribor. It's bigger than Delverton, much smaller than Neverwinter though. Still, it's still very much kind of like a frontiers town. Its main source of trade is or like a big part of its economy, rather, I should say, is they're very specialized in like you mentioned, like beast herding. They basically have like a lot more cowboys, so like really good horses can come from Tribor, but other like beasts of burden as well. It can be a place where like livestock trades can sometimes happen. They are excellent what's the word, like wagon, or not wagon, but like not chariot, but like they build carts, and like and I guess wagon, right? But like vehicles and things like that, they build a lot of those. Um, so these are probably kind of but the most famous things Tribor would be known for. It's also kind of way out there. Um, and Dominic, with your high history, I feel like you I feel like I should have like asked for like a different check from you, like an insight or something. Because you rolled so high, I'm gonna give you something. Even with your disadvantage. Uh Dominic, you may not know much about Tribor, but you've heard enough kind of described about it. I think that the Red Brands being in Delverton was like a rarity. Like one of the worst things that's probably ever happened to a lot of these townsfolk.
Okay.
You get the sense that Tribor is the kind of place that like the Delverton hang out on their day off.
Got it. Okay.
Like there's something about a frontier town that's that far away that's doing that well commercially that just doesn't quite add up with you.
Yeah, something else is going on in the background that's bankrolling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or yeah. Or I mean, come to whatever conclusions you think Doc might come
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that just seemed like it's just giving you like some red flags. Like you get the sense that if you find yourself in Tribor, like you're gonna have your head on a swivel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Thank you, DM.
Bernie,
Yeah, not the koozies, please.
Yes.
you were also gifted an item before leaving
Yes.
Orzel Ovak.
I was. I think that as this conversation is going on, Bernie kind of like pulls the staff off of her back that she was gifted and goes over to the side to take a long look at it. And I think I'll attempt to attune with it in this time if I can.
So attuning to it will take a good deal amount of focus. Is this something you are sharing with the group, or is this something you were trying to do kind of in private?
I think in private, I think I'm just gonna. There's like a lot to think about, anyways, and so I think
Mhm.
that Bernie just kind of meanders off just a little bit, not like
Yeah.
away from the light or the group, but just
Right.
to like a tree and like leans up against it and starts to kind of really focus in on this. Maybe partially to take her mind off of other things right now, but also just because she finds it to be a special staff and wants to learn more.
I think also as you kind of peel away, how and you guys have been at camp now for a while. Um, how much of your kind of solo mission that you went on today have you shared with the group?
I think before we left, when we had our little like meeting, I had shared about Eos,
Right.
and I think I shared like a vague bit about the like astral trees and
Okay.
but like just kind of a vague overview, not into extreme detail or anything like that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you kind of take a moment to just see and admire this gift that's been given to you. And, at first you just notice the craftsmanship. It's this like beautifully kind of like twisted, it's like several six that kind of twist and then all come together at the ends. And so it's like the strong, sturdy base. And it's, carved with all these druidic kind of runes and sigils carving up it. And as it twists, it sort of, the twisting sticks like thin out a little bit and create kind of these geometrical sort of like twisting patterns a little bit and then all come together at the head to form like a solid piece of wood again. And it's this, I wouldn't call it a crude carving because it's very artistic and it's very um specific, but it does have like a very unique aesthetic to it that feels very uh natural of the orcs, and just in the limited time you spent, kind of in their homes and amongst those people, of, the head of a bear on the top of it. And it's just this beautifully made walking staff, but you can just feel the power surging through it. And without needing to roll, you can already tell that this is from the wood of the tree. You can feel the connection to it, but you can also feel the kind of raw druidic magic that the orcs have put into it, the piece of themselves that they've added to it. And it's this magic that, while familiar to you, is very, very different, right? It's like, looking at the same thing from completely different angles.
Mhm.
And you start to understand the transformative properties that have been imbued in this staff. And I think some time passes. I don't know that it necessarily takes the full hour, because you've been making connections to this culture all day. So I think you're able to do it, a little bit faster than, say, if this was like a legendary item you found at the bottom of the sea and had no context for it. We're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
transfer.
Right.
But I think, Bernie, you do kind of peel away for a good maybe 20, 30, maybe even 40 minutes as you finally begin to understand the magic of the staff and you attune to it.
Yay.
So go
Cool.
ahead, and if you haven't already, add it to one of your attuned items
Yes.
at the bottom of your inventory sheet.
Cool.
Um, and do you think you eventually like rejoin the camp, or do you think you just kind of find a spot to go to sleep, as it is starting to get pretty late?
Yeah, I think that Bernie's just gonna kind of take a moment where, as she's often a part of the group conversation and lively and energetic and all that stuff. I think for once she's just gonna take a night to herself, and with the new staff, kind of wrapping her fingers around it, leaning her head back against the tree, and just kind of gazing up at the stars that are shining in between the leaves overhead, seeing what little she can of the space up above, and thinking for a moment on everything, and then we'll probably drift off to sleep.
Yeah, I think Gundren is snoring by the campfire long before any of you all um, start to pack it up as well. He's tuckered out, poor guy.
He's had a long, long couple days.
Mhm.
And so we are right outside the village, right? We haven't gone too far, or have we gone pretty far
It's
back
not
to...
right outside of it. Like, it was as when you were initially marched into the
Mhm.
village as their prisoners, and then subsequently marched back out. I mean, it was like a solid longer than 30 minutes, not quite an hour
Okay.
of a hike, before you got to the actual village or got to, kind of the spot. And then, like, but you notice when Lord Tor brought you back, like, he brought you back to the exact same spot. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this man tracks. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so it wasn't, you're not like, oh, excuse me, actually, one more thing. Like, it would take some effort to get back to the
Yeah.
village.
And so while
Not
we were coming
undoable,
back,
but
I guess Dominic would have been kind of had his head on a swivel just to make sure, like, is there a reason to have watch at night, or are we pretty, like, are the orcs around to, like, maintain the area? Is it safe enough for everybody to get just a good night rest tonight, or should we have somebody on watch? Is basically what Dominic is probably thinking at this point.
Dominic, you can either roll me an insight or a nature check.
I'll do a nature check. It'll be a 19.
Nice.
There are no guarantee in the woods at night.
Got it. Yeah. All right.
I'll take first watch. I'm not much of a heavy sleeper anyway, so
I will say, with a 19 nature check, you also know that being this close to such a large village will definitely deter a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
but not necessarily everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ladry, I appreciate that. Being as close to the village, I don't think we should have any issues, but there are always bigger beasts out here that might try to vie for territory, so always keep your head on a swivel, but I think we should be okay. So if you do mind taking first watch, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Eladri. I need to spend some time with this bow. Learn its tricks and secrets.
I think I just need to get some more rest, try to get this radiation poisoning or whatever's on me right now and get over this.
Staris, your bow.
Mhm.
You pull it out. You take a look at it. Those have question marks at the end of them. I know they didn't sound like it, but they.
Yeah, no, Staris takes out her bow to study.
Inflection.
Very cool. Yeah, I think similarly to Bernie's experience, this is a very, very well made bow. It's also, as you spend some time with it, you notice it's very old. Like it's like there's parts of it you can see where it's like chipped a little bit, or where the grip where it's been held is like a little smoothed and like just slight, like it has like slight grooves where like the same fingers have kind of held it for a long, long time. But despite its usage and things, it's still, you can tell it's a very well made weapon. Um, Stars, when you took archery lessons, um, I think there were a lot of lessons Stars found boring. If it wasn't like on the more creative side, it was like, why am I wasting my time with this?
Mhm.
How did Stars feel about her archery lessons as a kid?
Yeah. There was something kind of exciting about the tactile nature of it. Kind of like the strings on a lute when you pluck them, this manipulating of an instrument, of an object that she would rise to the challenge. She wasn't the very best shot, but she would give it her best.
I think, like with a lot of things, Stars likes to kind of do it her way, and archery,
She did
especially
play.
it.
She did try to play some songs on her bowstring, much to the
She
instructor's
like
dismay.
hold it tight, like different areas, and found like a
I
simple like three
was like,
note,
"Don't
like
do that with the bow."
right, right.
But
It
it
wants
sounds
the
so.
wood, and stop
But
it, stop
listen
it,
to
stop
it.
it.
All right,
This
I'm sorry.
bow was your great grandfather's child. And
I'm sorry.
you gotta like you come from a very traditional elvish lineage.
Hmm.
Archery is something that is considered a like a birthright, right? Like this is and your family does not have a soldier's background or anything like that. So
But
they're,
it's heritage. Yeah.
exactly, like and so the instructor you had was like the most like conservative, by the books, like this is the ancient tradition, you have to and you were just like, no, let me just figure it out, let me do it my way. And so I think there's like I'm coming up a lot of butting heads, and you kind of relive this memory as you set up like a small target and kind of take a few practice shots with this bow and kind of learn its feel. And as you play with it, you can't help yourself but kind of pluck those notes again on that string, and as and kind of play with the bow in the same way your instructor would get onto you for. And as you do, the bow starts to shimmer and radiate with this prismatic light, as though it's
Oh.
reacting to the musicality uh in like which you're manipulating this item. And
Oh, you like that?
you start to sense the magic innate and inherent within this bow.
Well, you're special.
And as you kind of say that and feel that, the bow just like lights completely up, just sparkles in like various sections, like at various different times in tempo. So it almost kind of gives this like, strobing, light effect, and then goes dark again. And you feel this in like that same kind of glowing light kind of trickles up your arm and over your shoulders and like back down to your fingers, and back into the bow. And you start to understand the magic within this bow, uh, and how it could potentially warn you of danger, if something is coming up, by kind of communicating with these array of lights that you have unlocked within it.
Very cool.
Whoa.
It's exciting.
So while attuned to this bow, you have advantage on all initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. That is a weird way to word that.
That is a really weird way to word it. Wait,
Incapacitated
what?
by something other
Other-
than non-magical
So,
sleep.
like,
So
wait, so really you're tied up?
non-magical sleep. Non-magical sleep, it will. So regular sleep, it'll still wake you up. Magical sleep, it will not wake you up.
Yeah.
And other things that incapacitate you, that isn't
So like
just
if you're
regular sleep,
knocked
it will not wake you
unconscious, or if
Okay,
you're,
okay.
you know, yeah.
Gotcha.
up. Except
Yeah.
except when incapacitated, except by sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word
Except by
incapacitated
regular
kind of
sleep.
threw me. Like
Yeah.
I'm tied up or put in a box?
No, like the actual condition.
Got it.
So it will magically awaken you and your companions if you guys are just sleeping. So, I'll even say, Comic, maybe after you've gone to bed, Saris, as you're kind of finally learning about this bow, I think Bernie's already nodded off to sleep at this point. Kitlin, did you finally get settled with Pamela and Lung Bellows, or
Yeah, I think
are you guys...
all three of us are curled up now.
You are warm as fuck, dude. You got the best spot in the...
I'll be the
You
middle
are solid. You're literally like leaning up against Pamela and like the Mastiff. The Mastiff. I don't know if you guys
I've seen a
know
Mastiff.
Evan
They're
Pitchstick
huge.
and Annalise,
Yeah.
their dog, Toaster. It thinks it's a lapdog and it's just like sandwiching you, and you are... It could be sub 30 and you'd be sweating. So you're good to go. And Saris, yeah, as you kind of make your way back to the camp, it looks like only Ladry is left awake, and you realize that there might not necessarily be a need for a watch if this bow works the way you think it does.
Oh my goodness. Eladri! After recovering from this glow.
Yep.
This bow can do your job right now.
You've been replaced.
Yeah. AI.
I've just been sitting with it, and I'm pretty certain that if something tries to sneak up on us, it's gonna let us know.
AI stands for Arcane Illumination.
There you go.
Nailed it.
The DM gets inspiration for that one.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh no.
The DM can use the golden die now against us.
yep.
Oh no! So get some rest.
What the fuck?
It's not a mastiff, but it's close.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
I put something on Discord.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, there it is.
That's incredible.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'm not gonna ask AI. I'm gonna see what exists.
Good point. I like it.
All right. Well, I'll watch just in case.
Understood. We only need 4 hours of meditation anyhow.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay. Cyrus, as you begin your meditation, Eladri, you are left alone and awake, watching the woods and listening to the breeze. Go ahead and roll me a perception check for your watch tonight.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
real pretty.
Yeah.
I would take an 18.
All right, Eladri, I want you to be honest with me.
Yep.
How, with an 18 perception,
Mhm.
how much of your attention is on the actual woods surrounding you, and how much of it is on kind of your own thoughts, sort of reliving what's happened today and in the last like couple of days, and all the chaos that you kind of have just narrowly avoided with the orcs.
Uh, more on the woods, because I know where I need to be going, and I know what I want to be doing. So the
Awesome.
further we can leave things in the past, the
Awesome.
easier.
It's it's not a very clear night. It's kind of cloudy, so there's not a lot of stars, and it's kind of dark, and you can, see the fire slowly dying at the camp. You watch the woods, and it feels quiet. It feels still. And with an 18, I'll say it feels still in a way that you feel like you're safe. You feel like nothing will bother you. But at the same time, you don't feel safe. It feels still in the way a rodent goes still when it knows a hawk is flying overhead. Something feels on edge in the surrounding woods. Something that really, Ladry, only you could probably pick up, just being a wood elf yourself and having this kind of intuitiveness to you in within this region, very much in the same way you've seen Bernie kind of resonate with Stone and Gundren, be able to track the Stone messages left by his brothers. This is your terrain, and things feel on edge. Passes without much incident. Is there anything specific you'd like to do?
I probably wouldn't be seated while on watch, especially if my hackles got stood up a little bit. I probably pace around the perimeter.
Yeah. Always restless, always needing to kind of be moving, to be kind of doing something. Yeah, you keep a steady and vigilant watch, eyes fixated on the road ahead. You can't help but pull at your collar and tug at your cuffs just a little bit as you keep watch. Staris, you will awake first, only needing 4 hours to complete your meditation, and by the time you finish it, unless you would like to sleep in, which is your prerogative, you will wake up before the sun comes up.
Yeah, I think Stars comes out of it naturally.
Cool. You see
No slug about
Eladri.
today.
You see Eladri continuing to keep watch. He's kind of walked a ways away from the camp. Not very far, like you can still see him, but you can tell he's had kind of a restless few hours as you begin to awake and do whatever it is Staris needs to do to wake herself.
Little stretch.
And it's not long after that the sun begins to rise and the rest of you awake. And you may all finish a long rest at your leisure as you wake up, whatever time you feel like your character may do so. Caitlin, I think your legs are not asleep. And at some point in the morning, well, Caitlin, do you wake up before or after dawn?
Probably just after dawn.
As you wake up, you see a small, furry little ball on the ground right in front of you.
Think I know what has happened. Does it look the same as the other balls, or does it look like spent and dried up?
They all look pretty similar. There's maybe slight variations in like fur color. Like this one's gray and this one's a slightly darker gray. But other than that, they're all, they all look pretty similar. It's hard to tell. Roll me an Arcana, Perception, or I'll even allow a Nature check.
Okay, we'll go with nature. $17.
Ooh-wee.
Mm-hmm.
This one, much like the other one, you can start to tell that these are various like furs of animals. And as you kind of feel it and touch it a little bit too, you can actually kind of feel like what feels like the flesh beneath the fur of these fleshy, furry balls. And with the 17, like the fur looks healthy, the flesh looks healthy, and as you kind of like brush the fur away a little bit to try to like look at the actual like fleshy part, the dermis of it, it looks like healthy skin. You think you see even like veins in it with like blood running through it. Like it doesn't look necrotic or diseased in any way. So to the best of your ability, it seems as healthy as all of the other fleshy furry balls in your sack. I heard it, I regret
it. Before I put that one back in with the others, does anyone have a pen and ink?
Look.
I think.
Oh God, this chicken egg.
I do, and I'll walk over and hand you a pen from my calligrapher's supplies.
All right, and then on that one, I'm just gonna write an L for lung, and and I'll put it back in the.
We're gonna
the
immediately
rust stack.
forget all this when you start doing the other ones. It's gonna be awesome.
L is for
Lung.
something.
Yeah.
Long?
Why did I write that?
What did you mark it with again? Was it like a quill and ink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Giving it a tattoo. Awesome.
I mean, I'm assuming you're not, using a needle and giving it like a stick and poke tattoo.
No,
Like,
just
you're just marking
something
it.
to mark it.
Yeah.
I'll be very gentle with it.
Yeah.
He said there was skin and veins under there, so I'm not trying to hurt it.
Well, yeah, you write on it much of the way you would, maybe write like a note on your arm, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's not the clearest. It's a little hard to write through the fur and onto the skin. So you're unsure how effective this method may be. Like it may last for a day or two, but as you put it back and the balls all kind of roll around a little bit, you get the sense that this probably isn't a permanent mark that you've made on it.
Yeah. All right, we'll have to be looking out for some colored pigments in the next town.
All right, then, Kitlins. I never really want to ask what you're up to, but it's always interesting in the end.
It is always fun to watch Kitlin at his work when he does. It's interesting at best.
Unpredictable.
Submerge it and die, and it like starts making like I see a bunch of bubbles, and then the bubbles stop. I choose this ball. It doesn't transform.
I choose you. I guess at this point, Dominic is going to start breaking down camp and kind of pose a question. Well, I can do one more identify on one of those other potions if you want before we head out onto the
Oh.
road.
Yeah, let's do that. How about the potion of power?
All right, let me see it. And I'll take it
Here
and
you
kind
go.
of clear out a spot in some of the bedroll or something like that, and kind of put it down and cast identify on this potion.
Okay, yeah, you take a few minutes to do that, and yeah. There it is. Ha ha ha. Which one was it? You had two, right? You had the potion of power, and the potion
Power.
of strength.
Potion of power.
Yes. Power.
Right. So this one was the dark orange and kind of smoky one, I believe. Correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So you take some time to cast the identify spell, and you get kind of another vision like you do of Jortar mixing these together, and with this one you can see he's kind of adding these various ingredients, he's got it boiling on a fire, and he is kind of like blowing on it to like get the fire to go even hotter, and as it's boiling and adding the more ingredients, it finally begins to like smoke, and you're seeing it all from his perspective, so you're the one like leaning down and blowing on. You finally see it get really smoky, and he carefully takes it with some prongs and corks it, and as the vision ends, you realize this to be a potion of fire breath.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's fine.
And so I guess while Domic's doing his thing, you kind of see his eyes go red, and you see him kind of like lean over and start blowing and emulating everything. Oh, well, that's pretty spicy. Seems like this one is a potion of fire breathing.
Ooh, that is spicy.
My ears perk up a little bit.
Should we give it to Kitland?
I think I've had enough of kitlins and fire for a little while.
Yeah. We'll just keep this
I
one in
don't
our
know,
back
it could be
pocket
fun.
for. Keep it in our back pocket for anything else. But Kitland, you have the first run at it if you need it.
All right.
As
Just
you all
Don't
finish,
blow up any more buildings. That's all I ask, please. And if you do, make sure our stuff is not in it.
he's been wanting to burn a building down since Delver 10. It's, sometimes you just, as a DM, you just got to give the players what they want.
That's right. Checked off the bucket list.
Yes.
As you all
Arson.
finish breaking down camp, and are ready to begin, or rather continue your journey to Echo Cave, Gundren begins to lead the way. And you guys hike for another day through this dense pine forest. Remember, after the Harpy fight and Chimera fight,
Come back to the mic.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
we
walked
can't hear
away.
you.
I think it unplugs. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Let me make sure it's actually using my mic and not the computer.
It sounds good.
Yeah, you were still sounding.
Okay. Yeah, because it's not connected to the
I think it was just if you were.
snowball at all.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, no,
fun.
Snowball stopped working.
Oh no.
It's fine. Okay, well, I'll deal with that later. But I sound okay? I'll just stay
Yeah.
closer to the
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah.
You begin your hike. And as you remember from after the fight with the Chimera and the different harpies, you had this great view as you were kind of coming off this hill down into the valley before you hit the fabled Sword Mountains proper. You saw this dense pine forest, and the massive glowing pine tree there in the center of it. So remembering from that image in your head, you reckon that you're only halfway through this pine forest, and as you walk for several hours, the trees remain dense, and by midday you begin to notice the slightest of elevations creeping into your height as your steps get a little bit heavier and a little bit harder to push on. The day passes without incident, and that night, as you set up for camp again, you feel a cold breeze, and you can't help but notice that it is starting to feel a little bit more like winter. As you finish setting up camp and get a fire going with a little effort, some wolves howl off in the distance. Um, You have not found any wayfinding stones since the previous one that said orcs use caution ahead. Um, but Gudrun is convinced that you are still on the right path, and he hopes that you'll see one tomorrow to kind of confirm it. And that's sort of been about the rhythm. It was a little bit more consistent to get you kind of to the Chimera Trail, and then it's been about, one every day. So, um, and other than that, you can see as you've hiked throughout the day, the Sword Mountains getting just a little bit closer as you're making more and more progress and start to enter them properly. You could see their snow-capped peaks, and it does seem to be that is the direction you are headed in. If nobody would like to do anything for this particular long rest, because Saris has established that her bow can warn you guys while sleeping, um, we can go ahead and just truck on through to the next day. But please
Just
stop
want to
me.
do one thing.
Sure.
I think you said in my
Throw all the
eight-
balls.
no, I've got 8 balls.
All the balls.
If it goes well, I only do want to do this with 3, so I'll keep 5 in the kit. But I would like to use my twine and tie 3 separate arrows. Tie 3 balls, sort of like just behind the arrowhead, so that it would impact the person or thing, and then that would hit the ball and activate it without smashing it up.
You can certainly try to do that.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Okay, yeah, I'll let you try that. Are you tying up multiple balls as you do this?
Well, I'll start one at a time. I want 1 ball per arrow, and I only want to do it with 3 random balls.
Right, because you can only.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Okay, so roll me a d8 to see which ball you choose, or are you specifically trying to get?
No. I guess I'll leave out. Well, doesn't matter. I would probably leave out lung, but a d8 is easier for us to do.
Okay.
So I will roll
Nice.
an 8.
Nice. I'm just gonna leave this page, and I don't know why I keep closing the damn book. We're using this item. This is a cool item.
Okay. You said roll it 3 times?
No, just roll once. Because this will be the first, and then I'll let you tell me if you want to keep it. You got an 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you pull out a one of the furry little bubbles, and you attach it to the arrow, and you're just aiming at. How far away are you aiming?
I'm not aiming. I'm just trying to tie it to the arrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're able to. I think Hitlin's clever enough that he can kind of find some way to manipulate it. That with a piece of string that he does like 2 loops around it and then another 2 loops around it the other way, and then can kind of tie it off.
And I also might like to, Bernie, would you mind? You mended my hat. Would you give this a little extra security and just mend this ball onto the arrow shaft a little better? I trust me knots, but this is going to be traveling fast.
Oh, let me have a look at it. And Barney will grab the arrow. And is there anything on the arrow that could be like fixed or repaired to make it stronger around the ball?
No, not really, because it's not, it's not broken. It's, it's knots and it's a sturdy made arrow.
Mhm.
So I don't think like the mending cantrip could give it any additional benefits here.
I mean, it seems like you got it done there pretty good, Kitlins. I'm not quite sure if my magic will add anything to this.
How about
But I
some
could.
pomp and flair?
Hey, some pomp and flair. And okay. And Bernie's gonna pull out
What about a braid?
yeah. Bernie's gonna pull hey, that's pomp, right? And Bernie's gonna pull out a piece of leather. It's like a leather strip or like a few of it and kind of like if I can't just rip it into threes, do a quick braid and just tie that around it too with like a little pretty bow at the top.
Okay. You do that. It looks interesting.
It's pretty pompous now.
Hey, I'd say so. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what pompous is, but this seems pompous. And
You
Bernie's
know
just-
what? Me either. I just made it up.
Man, that is
So
so
you have
fetch.
A lot of you have a lot of adornments on your arrow now, Kitlin.
Yeah, I guess. So, I can do this successfully 3 times.
Yes, you can.
Okay, and I might
Do you want adornments on all 3 of them?
if Bernie's up to it.
I think she is. She seems
Okay.
pretty pumped about this.
And I'm also, I guess her mending. So I was gonna take so I've got harpy feathers on 8 of my fire arrows, and
Okay.
I'd like to switch the harpy feathers over to 3 of them over to, or 3 bunches of them over to these ones so that they can fly a bit.
Okay.
Account for the weight,
Okay.
because
cool.
they're not really
I like
doing
that.
anything on the fire arrow.
I
Mhm.
like that. That's clever. You're getting a lot of penalties with all the crap that's been added to this arrow, but that just negated some of them.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to you, this is gonna be
Yeah.
way harder.
That's amazing.
Doris really doesn't know that pompous is an actual word.
Bernie just thought it sounded fun.
I mean, after Bernie has added it, can I, knowing my arrows, is it significantly heavier now? Like it won't fly?
Yes, you are a good enough archer, and I think confident enough in your abilities that you could probably fire it, but it would be significantly more difficult than firing just a regular arrow. Because
Okay,
the
then maybe
weight of the
that
ball has been
night
added
when
to
Bernie's when Bernie's not
And
looking,
all
I'm gonna take her things off and use them as like a little little.
Her
bracelet.
things are
We
not
call it-
helping at all. They are only making these arrows fly.
I think I'm gonna after holding the fire arrow and holding the weight of that, I'm gonna be like, ooh, and I'll take
Yeah.
her stuff off and just leave my twine on.
Okay,
and
cool.
trust my knots.
Cool. Yeah, you have 3 balls tied to 3 arrows.
With harpy feathers. All right, cool. And a cool new bracelet.
Yes.
Add it to your inventory. If you are not attempting to fire them tonight, then we'll go ahead and move on to the dawn of the next day. You all awake early, break down your camp, begin marching.
Before we march, I want to do my last identify on the last potion.
Oh, yes, please.
absolutely.
Potion
Well,
of strength.
um,
Jade, would you call that?
So that one was. Oh my God. This one was murky. This is the strength one.
Yes.
Yes.
This one was like kind of a murky, uh, grayish. Like you can kind of see through it, but it's a little opaque. And there, as you shook it up, you discovered there was like a big toenail floating in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Ooh.
You have another vision of Jortar brewing this potion, Domic, and you begin to understand its properties in the same way he did when he was crafting it. And after you finish your ritual, you identify this potion as a potion of stone giant's strength.
Nice.
Nice.
I wonder whose toenail that is.
Seems as. I mean, is the toenail pretty big from what I can see in there, or is it a normal toenail?
It's a fun question.
Yeah.
It is about, we'll say like 2, maybe 3 inches tall, and a little bit wider than that. So
Okay.
it's
Pretty big.
It is not a
Bigger than
normal
an-
human toe
Yeah.
toenail. So
No,
yeah,
that's fair.
that's it's big, but gives you some crazy strength. This is a potion of hill giant strength.
stone.
A
Stone
stone
giant.
giant. Sorry, stone giant strength.
Oh,
Interesting. All right.
And as Domic finishes identifying the potion and relaying that information to you, Gundren is ready. The camp is packed up, and you continue through the woods to grandmother's house.
woohoo.
Woo! Into the woods.
You don't get very far, maybe an hour or two, before Gundren excitedly kind of waves you all down and calls you up to his position, where he has uncovered another message from his brothers, hidden in their traditional way. The note reads, 4 miles. Sorry, I had to think about our 4 miles southeast. Tall tree. Pine. Look towards second highest peak as sun sets.
Oh, right then. It says that it's a pine. Is that right?
Tall pine. My idiot brothers were surrounded by tall pines.
Did they leave any other descriptors or indicators of what tree it might be?
It says 8 miles ahead. Tall pine.
Aye.
8 miles. Sorry, 8 miles. Southeast.
Oh,
Tall
8
pine.
miles.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they
Not
gave
far.
you. Yeah. A distance, direction, and an object.
All right, one more time, Gundren. 8 miles southeast.
Southeast. Tall pine. I'm
Tall
hoping
pine.
it's more obvious than
Just
this.
a tall pine. Yeah.
Was there something
Pine.
about a sunset?
Yeah, said to look east towards the second highest peak.
All right. Well, that gives us a little bit more direction to look.
I guess we'll know more if walk 8 miles southeast. It sounds like we might be getting closer.
Hey. Right. Does anybody need a break, or are we all right to trudge on?
I'm ready to roll.
To trudging, boss.
Right, I'm good to go. Dominic, you are still suffering from the effects of your radiation poisoning.
Okay.
How many hours have you recorded so far that I've asked you?
8.
Go ahead and add 16 more. You're up to 24.
24.
And
Cool.
go ahead and make sure to add 8 for every long rest you take
10
and
4.
complete.
Do I notice that Dominic is still, like, sickened, or you know what I mean? Like,
Roll me a medicine check,
ill?
Bernie.
Medicine.
And Dominic, if you would like to, you may roll a deception check.
Okay.
But with disadvantage because you are poisoned.
Like this, so a deception to like cover up how sick I am.
Yeah, if you are trying to like hide your like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like when you like have to work but you kind of have a cold and you're like trying
Yeah.
to make a big deal. Like if you're trying to mask your symptoms in any way, I would ask for a deception check.
Yeah, I think Dominic is probably gonna try to kind of keep it to himself and kind of like, I got this. Don't worry about it. I'm fine, guys. So yeah, I think he'd do that. So disadvantage.
Yeah, because I believe you are.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a
Suffering from
natural
poison
20
condition.
on mine.
Damn.
Whoa.
Wow.
So good thing I had disadvantage, guys.
Yeah.
I
That's a
will
10.
say,
Holy shit.
It's heart pounding.
Yeah.
I will say, Bernie, he is hiding it. He is masking it well, but you can tell that he is still getting over whatever was done to him at this point now several days ago.
Okay. I think Barney's going to sidle up beside Dominic and just kind of walk in silence for a little bit, glancing over every once in a while. Is he like, what are the physical signs that he is sick? Like, are there any physical indicators that I
I'll
would pick
say
up on?
because you got a 17 on your medicine
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple. I think you see actual like burns, like scars from like burns on like maybe like parts of his shoulder or neck that are creeping, out from underneath where his armor conceals it from where the blast hit him. And I think it's just like subtle things that you've maybe been picking up on the past few days. Just needing to take a break a little bit more than he normally does. Being a little more liberal with his water. You've seen maybe him sweating a little bit when it's kind of cold out, or shivering a little bit by the fire, just like little off
Yeah.
things that you've kind of just tracked, I think, throughout these several days.
Yeah. I think as they're walking and Barney kind of glances over every once in a while. And I think she's been so preoccupied by like everything that they learned at the tree. And so she feels a little like tinge in her gut as she starts to pick up on these subtle signs that Dominic is still hurt and she's the reason that he's hurt. And her brow furrows and she kind of nudges Dominic with her elbow and looks up at him and gives him a gentle smile. Are you doing all right?
I mean, yeah, it's everything's fine, Bernie. There's nothing to worry about.
Well, I'm not going to say that I'm not worried. I know that you put on a tough face, but I can see that you still got some pain spots from the other day.
I mean, yeah, yes. I'm not gonna lie to you, Bernie. Yes, it's pains here and there. It feels like I'm stiff. It's nothing to worry about. It's just not your fault. You didn't do anything. And I think Dominic, I mean, you're not trying to hide your like anxiety that it's your fault, are you?
No, I think it's kind of written all over Bernie's face.
Yeah, and I think Dominic is gonna he'll pay attention to that. It's not Bernie, it's not your fault. Right? Like, you stopped me from doing something horrible. We've already gone over this. I could have killed somebody. You did what you needed to do in the time. I understand. It's nothing. It'll be fine. Everything is fine. I'm fit as a fiddle. And he'll like pound on his chest a little bit, and you kind of see him wince just ever so slightly when he does it.
Well, I was thinking, and if you want me to, I could try something that I don't think would hurt and could help a little bit in your healing. I feel like it's the least that I can do. Whether it was warranted or not, you're still hurt and still by my hand. Would you let me?
Of course, Bernie, I trust you. I'm not gonna... Just don't go out of your way. It's fine. Everything is fine. I am fight ready if anything is to happen, but I would appreciate any help you could give.
Right. Not saying that this will totally work, but I can give it a go. And she's going to kind of like reach her hand out and softly grab Dominic by the wrist. If there's any like scarring on his arm that I can see. And she's just going to take her hand and kind of like gently place it right above the closest scarring and pause, like, pull him for a second to pause walking so that they stop kind of on the trail, and close her eyes. And I'm going to attempt to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. Does that consume any spell components?
It does not.
Okay, perfect. And what is the casting time?
It is one action, instantaneous.
Awesome. So it's a quick moment. What does the casting look like?
I think that as Bernie closes her eyes, there's just like a soft, gentle, kind of like prismatic, like not like prismatic, but like a that starlight glow that shimmers a little bit that starts to leak out of the corners of her eyes, and a soft kind of trail of light snakes out of where like her heart area is and wraps around her hand, and it's almost like a drop of water as it falls into the wound underneath her hand that's spread out over it.
I'm so sorry. That's beautiful. Dominic.
I think Dominic probably would have... You would have felt it, Bernie, while you're holding him. He probably would have tried pulling because of the light radiation, and he sees more light coming off you. He's kind of like, okay, wait, this is... And then he's going to kind of go, okay. And you'll kind of feel him visibly relax because he trusts you.
Yeah.
You visibly relax, Dominic, because you have... It's basically like you've had a low-grade fever this whole time. You have felt like shit. You were suffering from the poisoned condition mechanically. You would have had disadvantage on all of your attack rolls and disadvantage on all of your skill checks while you had this condition. So you have been really kind of trying to act, power through it, but this has lingered. It has not gotten any better. And you still feel just as awful as you did the day before. And the second you kind of relax, you feel Bernie's spell take hold, and it's like all of that shit you feel just comes out of you, and as the spell finishes, a massive light glows at the point of contact, Bernie. Almost like this light is being siphoned out of Dominic. Like the light that you blasted him with is what was making him sick. As it's pulled out of him, and Dominic, you instantly start to feel better, and you no longer are suffering from the radiation sickness, and you no longer have the poison condition. However, you hear the faintest whisper in your head as you feel this light leave your body, and that kind of cold, familiar feeling return. And you hear that voice in the back of your mind, in the very, very, very back of your mind, just above the neck, just this tiniest voice. Someone you love. Someone who despises you. Or, sorry, not someone you love. Someone who loves you. Someone who despises you. And then it's gone, and you feel instantly better. Dominic.
Yeah. And then I think you'll probably, what I would think is like that burn on his neck that you saw creeping out of his armor kind of start to bleed back under the armor. And you see him, because at this point I think Dominic's eyes would have closed as well, kind of keeping the warmth in, and you would just see him visibly just kind of exhale like relief.
Awesome.
And then he'll slowly open his eyes and he says, Bernie, it's amazing. So much better, thank you.
It worked then.
Yeah, I feel like $1 million.
I would be lying if I said you didn't look a little bit better too, Dominic.
I think you're just trying to make me feel bad about myself, Bernie. Thanks. I think I was doing a pretty good job.
You were. So maybe it was just to make me feel better then, eh?
Of course.
And Bernie just kind of pats him on the hand and gives him a big old smile and keeps on walking.
Itland, Eladri, and Staris, each of you roll me a perception check.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah. They just stop in the middle of the road.
Oh, natural 20.
Huh, the wind blew funny.
I guess.
Come on.
Oh, there it is. I mean,
Taking its.
There we
Sweet
go.
time. man.
it sucks when the dice takes its time when like somebody is sitting on a nat 20.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, you're failing us today. What is going on?
D&D.
And I think as soon as you see it, Eladri, Kitlin is already saying it to the group. And that is, there's a reason why Gundren's brothers were so obscure in their message, as you see a very kind of tall, almost bare, like sickly looking pine, like it almost got too tall for its own good. But it does kind of stand, much, much taller than all of the younger pines all around it. And it actually kind of marks this spot in the forest where you suddenly start to go from this dense forest, and the trees are beginning to clear out. And as you kind of crest this hill, you get a really good view of the mountains. You can see several snow-capped peaks before you, all in a row. This just awesome sight. Gray blue skies, a little bit of snow begins to dot the landscape just ahead of you all. And it's pretty late in the afternoon here. And the message told you that at sunset you would see to look towards the second highest peak, climb the tree lookies, look towards the second highest peak. So you have a few hours to kill before the sun goes down. What would you like to do?
Well, if it looks like we're going to be here for a few more hours, I suggest we secure the area. Don't need anyone or anything trying to surprise us.
Hey.
I agree. Eladri, that's a good plan.
Eladri, what do you want to do first to set up? Are you wanting to make camp here, or are you going to scout for a place to make camp? How do you want to do that?
I want to build like a makeshift shelter or
Okay.
a deer stand, essentially.
Do you want to build it in the tree that you guys intend to climb anyways?
Yes, if
Okay.
if we can.
Cool. Yeah, I think it doesn't take much for a wood elf to kind of create something kind of temporary to make sitting and climbing up there pretty easy. Go ahead and we'll just condense this into one check. Roll me a survival check for this.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
Nice. Let's go.
Oh, well done. Cool. Yeah, you guys kind of watch Aladri get to work, and you go and gather, just a few pieces of. I imagine you get like a bunch of good, kind of like thick size branches or sticks that you can then like bind into like these small like steps or like boards,
Mhm.
to kind of help you just create an area where you can like kind of get low and then just like a small like half wall to build cover in, amongst like just a tight little compact area of branches. So go ahead and roll me uh say athletics or acrobatics if you wanted to like use like rope in a unique way to be your skill for how well you climb the tree.
Yeah, I'm taking inspiration from the orcs tree and seeing how they kind of used vine and rope to bind and make connections between their various levels. Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
I
Tim
am
spent a
not-
lot of time there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
I was
trying
doing
a
a
new
lot of
skill.
running.
You're trying a new skill, but it's taking you some time to really kind of like work out. So I think it takes some time to do, but luckily you have kind of several hours to do this. As Aladri is building his blind, I'll say this takes you probably the next couple of hours to get finished, but will be done well in time before the sun is getting ready to set.
Excellent. It shall be done.
And actually, but before I ask what everyone else is doing, because I think that's so crazy. That's
Yeah.
so fucking crazy.
Mm.
And I'll tell you guys why in a second, but that's awesome.
Ah,
Oh, no.
Ladri, as you begin to collect these branches and these limbs, you kind of, go off into the nearby woods a little bit. You're not venturing very far. You're still in like ear and eye shot, but just to kind of gather some stuff. Roll me a perception check, Aladri.
Ooh,
Yay, elf eyes.
Yay.
no vibes.
Nice.
As you go to like kind of break off a branch that you think will be really good for what you're working on in the blind you're building, you stop as you see several thick spider webs
Oh,
Oh,
in this area. And the reason I was like, that's fucking awesome is because I looked up and right before I was about to describe it, I saw a spider crawling on the wall. And I was like, I
Oh.
thought
yeah.
of you. And you look up and there is maybe like 4 feet above you. You see the spider just kind of maybe the size of like a silver coin. And it looks like he's almost just floating in nothing. Like the way the light's hitting his web, it's almost invisible. But you caught it like just a little bit as you went to reach and stopped. And you look up and you just see this spider floating. And as you kind of back down and take in your surroundings, you notice another web, and then another one, and another one. They don't cover the limbs. It's not like an infestation of spiders, but you notice just in this general area maybe 5 or 6 as you look around and decide to go find your lumber elsewhere. And part of what takes you so long is you happen to just keep running into a few spider webs that you'd rather avoid.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with any of these spiders right now. I'd actually probably do my best. Oh, I didn't notice anything impression. Spiders. But
Okay.
yeah, my pace has increased so that I can A, not be near the webs, and B, to get back to the group to let them
Cool.
know that we might not be alone.
So Eladri comes from like maybe his third or fourth trip of gathering these bundles of wood, and lets you know that he's running into a lot of spiders.
Mm.
Well, we've been here before.
Is
Where's
it?
that fire? Where's that fire breath potion?
Ugh. That's true. He's that close.
Well, we'll keep on trucking. And if you guys want to go ahead and hit the wait till sunset button, we can do that.
Gather some wood for the fire.
Okay. Yeah, and start to kind of make up camp just near where Eladri's building the blind.
Yeah.
That works. The trees are beginning to thin out in this area a little bit as it's beginning to, break way into the more mountainous terrain. But thus far, you guys haven't run into much. The nights are getting colder, especially now that you don't have as much tree coverage. You can start to feel the wind rip through a little bit more. You can feel the cold air a little bit more. You have noticed an incline in your hike, so you are going up in elevation a little bit. And finally, the sky begins to change colors, and the sun begins to set. Eladri, as you've climbed up and finished your blind, you have a good view of the mountain range as you look towards the east. As Gundren repeats in essence, look towards the east, second highest peak, he repeats, and you're able to clearly see. You see the tallest of the Sword Mountains, and then just in front of it, a little bit closer to you, you see a mountain still very impressive and tall, but is dwarfed by the massive mountain that exists just behind it in the range. And you watch. The sun gets lower and lower in the horizon, and you watch. It gets lower and lower in the horizon, and you watch. And the second before it's about to go down, starting to get dark for everyone that's down below and has a little bit of the shade of the trees still, just before the sun crests the horizon, you see a glimmer. Not quite at the peak of the second mountain, just below it, but something catches the light just as it goes over the horizon, and then it's gone. You didn't know to look exactly at that spot exactly at that time. You would have never seen it, but you saw it, and you pointed out.
I don't say anything.
You don't.
It's very
Okay.
important that I'm not saying anything as I'm pointing out,
Okay.
because I will whisper.
But you do.
down.
You do. You
Yes.
do point at it. You point at it.
Yep.
Gundren looks at it, and you see he's about to go, and like takes like a deep breath, like he's about to say something.
Yep. No, yeah, one hand pointing out towards the peaks, the other hand over my mouth.
And Gundren sees the finger over your
quiet
mouth.
everyone.
She just kind of like comes out of him as he quickly conceals his excitement. But you pointed out just in time, just before it's gone, and you are all able to see this faint glint. Maybe, who knows, how far below, but just below the peak of the second highest mountain. Still a ways away.
Yep.
But you have a destination. Gundren eyeballs it, staring at it, and as you begin to climb down and join the rest of the party, roll me a survival check, anybody who wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, the ice cream cone one. I like that. Oh, natural one. You suck.
Jeez.
Oh wait, am I seeing everyone else's die rolls
Yeah.
on D&D
Uh-huh.
Beyond as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it does
Oh, no.
that sometimes.
Mine was a 10. But I don't know how that happened. Whatever. I have a 10.
I'm gonna
I
go
guess
with
that's what it
whatever.
is.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with whatever you tell me.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Joe, is yours accurate? 17.
Yeah, mine's been working today for whatever reason.
Okay, I love that. And you too, Stars. That's accurate.
Yeah, 15.
Stars, you and Joe and Gundren. You and Joe? Who the fuck is Joe? Stars,
don't know.
you
Who's
and-
Joe?
Just in the
Who's Joe?
corner.
Hey guys, what's up?
Who are you?
you and Kitlin and Gundren all agree that it would be roughly a 3-day journey from here, and a difficult one at that. But if it was like let's fucking do this, like we're in, because if you try to go slower, you're more exposed to the elements. And I mean, just looking at the mountain, you can see where the snow caps it. You can tell it's going to be much colder, as you get closer to it. It's kind of one of those things that it's like you don't want to overdo it, but you also don't want to like underdo it either. And so Gundren, you all kind of agree that 3 to 4 days is about how long it would take to get to this point. But as you're kind of figuring this out and sharing this with the rest of you all, Gundren is like, I know that's it. That's got to be it. The path has led us here. I don't know how they found it, how they got there, but whatever it is we're looking for, whatever it is this echoing cave is, or whatever these people claim it to be, that's where our answers are. I know I can't ask you.
I mean, Gundren, we saved you from weird goblins. We got captured by orcs. I got blasted in the face by radiation, and now we're here. We're not going to let you kind of do this by yourself.
I mean, I really don't want to, but now that I know where they are, you got me here. That's all I asked of you.
Yeah, but now we're friends, Gundren. We're watching out for you. You were
I feel like
just
we
an
have
employer.
to all see it through.
I agree. Stars, you're right. We need to go all the way.
And to be fair, Gundren, I think we also have a personal interest in that place as well.
I'm not really sure what we're gonna find in there, but for my brother's sakes, I need to know what's in there.
I
Don't love these spider webs that have crept up.
No, me either.
Come on.
You think they're watching us?
I think they might be.
that seems to have been the case so far.
Can
But
we
does
lose
it
them?
also? I don't know. Does it also mean that the drow are around? Have they already been to this place? Have they found it?
I mean, you said it's a couple days travel. We'll have to keep our heads on a swivel to see if we see more and more spider webs. If we do, then probably.
Aye.
Or worse, they haven't yet, but we will lead them to it.
Oh,
That's
a
what I was
good
worried
point.
about.
I think at this
Well,
point
the good
it's
news-
going to be the fastest we can get there. Probably going to be the best.
And any way we can hide our tracks or throw them off, we should think on this. Not for our sake, but for the sake of the realm, I suppose.
But also for our sake.
Agreed.
We are right here. Or we are right here.
Well, get your rest. We've got a really rough 3 days ahead of us, give or take. If you have any ways to keep it warm, that's going to be the ticket moving forward, I reckon. But otherwise, rest up and I'll see you in the morning. And Gundren starts to kind of set up his camp and take his rest for the evening now that the sun is gone down.
Right then. I suppose it's not a bad idea for somebody to keep watch.
I'm already making my way back up the blind.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop Eladria.
My
before
bow should also
you
keep
get up
us
there.
from being surprised.
aye. That's a mighty fine bow you found, Staris.
I feel so lucky.
Aye.
Way better than the last one.
I say you'll be aiming straight with that one.
Right, Eladria, before you go up there for the night, I lent you me grappling hook a while back. I hope it's served you well, but that was just a temporary thing.
Gimme.
Caitlin, I took good care of it for you. Yep. Grappling hook
Alright.
back to its rightful owner.
Thank you. Our friend Koo is the true owner.
I'm glad you still
so-
have it then.
I'll take it pretty quick though. I'm done with you having it.
No, that's
Snatch it. Yeah.
Who has the... Speaking of Ku, who has the spell book?
I guess the last one to have touched it would have been me.
I was like, Dominic?
Yeah, I think
The campfire.
so.
When you went to Giant Land.
When I went to Giant Land and had a
I mean,
You've been hanging
unless
on to
you-
it since your vision?
yeah, I think I would have kept it in my bag.
Sorry, Bernie, what was that?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask. Unless Dominic feels like he wouldn't want to touch it again, in which case, yeah, I don't mind if Bernie's got it wrapped in her bag or something.
No, I think Dominic being the protector, quote unquote, that he thinks he is, he probably would have kept it in his bag.
Cool.
All right. Well, unless anybody would like to do anything, you all eventually begin your long rest, except for Aladri, who is keeping watch.
Nope.
I will take your silence
I think
as...
Domic's gonna go to sleep.
We're trying to be really quiet.
And I think you're pretty tired. You've been on the road a few days. It's already been a long, couple of weeks. So I think it's getting easier and easier to sleep out in the wood.
The spiders make me nervous.
Do you guys have a campfire?
Yes, I think Staris and Dominic would have been trying to find wood and starting a campfire.
Yeah. I don't think it's below freezing yet, but it's probably low 40s, high 30s at night at this point.
Yeah, so definitely would have got a campfire started.
Yeah.
Cool. As you all begin to take your rest, and Aladri, you keep watch. Do you watch more the woods from which you came, or do you watch towards the mountains? Or do you kind of split your time between both?
Split between both, but really looking more for spiders. As
Gotcha.
I think Eladri would clock them as the most imminent threat.
Okay. Roll me a perception check, Aladri, and while you do that, Ernie. While you sleep, you dream. Or actually, You wake.
Hmm.
You wake at your campsite. But you see the fire, you see the blind that Eladri has built, you see the other campers' bedrolls, but nobody else is here. It's just you at this campsite.
I think that Bernie looks around quickly, feels a bit caught off guard, and stands up and kind of grabs her staff. Hello? Hey. Doris. Kitland.
As you call out for your friends and look around, you see a glow coming from the woods, coming from the direction you just came from. And it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And as it gets closer to you, you eventually come to realize that it is a bear. A massive brown bear, a grizzly bear. But it is just glowing with this bright, beautiful, radiant light. And it walks straight towards you, and it stops about 3 feet away from you. And it just looks at you right into your eyes.
Hello.
Mm.
Hello there. I'm sorry, am I disturbing your home? I don't mean to. Just passing through, really. Have you seen my friends?
The bear holds eye contact with you, Bernie, as you attempt to speak to it. It just locks eyes with you, and as you look into its eyes, you see celestial bodies and stars and planets and galaxies swirling in its iris. You hear a voice, but not a voice. It's the wind blowing around you. It's the snorts of the bear in front of you. It's the pulse of the earth beneath your feet speaking to you. But you understand it as though it were common being spoken to you by me to you. And you understand this voice to tell you and say to you, I know you feel lost. But keep going. You're on the right path, and you are so close, my child. And the bear steps to you and pushes its massive face. Its head is like thrice the size of yours, just pushes it into you and just nuzzles you and like rests its head on your shoulder and leans against you and dissolves into starlight. And you feel the warmth and radiance just fill you as you drift peacefully back to sleep.
Cool.
You are so close.
I think that Bernie, this is the first dream she's had in a long time where when the light fades away, she's not left with a feeling of emptiness. And she just kind of soaks that in that space between sleep and awake. And just sinks into it as much as she can with a big smile on her face.
We are going to smash cut for time's sake to midday the next day. You may all complete another long rest if you haven't already.
Yay.
The conditions have become noticeably more dramatic and brutal. The elevation and the cold are obvious now. The trees have all but given way to much more rocky terrain, and snow crunches on the ground beneath your feet as you march. We are going to do this next part a little quicker. However, this is going to represent 3 days of travel. So if there's anything you know would kind of like to do in these small moments, you may. But this is essentially going to be a skill challenge as you endure the harsh climate of the mountain. So guys, we're gonna take a quick break if that's cool with you as you guys climb this mountain and try and get to this cave.
Yes,
And
please.
Mhm.
we'll meet back. Can you guys give me like till 9:10 because I need just a second to work on one little thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sure.
And then I'll be good to
totally.
go.
Absolutely.
That'll give
Hell
us
Take
yeah.
a
as
good
long
time.
as you need.
Yep.
No, this won't take long at all. But I'm
Okay.
pumped. All right, thanks guys. See you soon.
Yep. See
Okay.
you soon.
Cool.
Yep.
Be back.
Cool.
And I'm also gonna just still be here if anybody wants to hang out.
I'll go say goodnight to my kids and I'll be back.
This. I don't want this.
Sorry, baby. Oh, sorry, honey. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 2. Actually, I'm gonna give you both. Yeah, you're gonna get sleepy. You're gonna be listening. Sorry, I'm quick. This is all for medicine. Yeah. A little bit of potato.
There you go.
Hey. I like it. Thank you.
I'm back.
Yeah.
What do you? You haven't done any insanity checks. Should I be worried?
Yeah. No. You're good. Those without giving away too much, but I think you should be aware of some mechanics. Plus
Okay.
3, Dominic, is you lose the game.
Cool. Okay.
Minus 3 is, hey, fuck you, voice in my head, I win.
Got it. Okay.
So it moving ever is a massive deal.
Got it.
So
Cool.
it's not something that will come up a lot, and when it does come up, it's like kind of like oh man, I really want to succeed on this, or I really don't, depending on kind of which way you're leaning. But if like what's starting to happen, and I think it probably would have happened during this long rest, and we'll go and do this while we have a moment. You are noticing how hungry you are. And like a part of it is like, yeah, we're on the road and we're not getting a lot of food and we're having to like, ration what we have and da 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 da. And I'm not gonna make us RP rations and shit. I don't give a shit. But like, that's a big part of it. But the other part of it is like it's a very specific craving. And it's a craving you've had before, and this has come up a couple of times, and it's getting harder to ignore, and you're feeling these impulses, and you're feeling that like that twitch and that tinge and that like edge for like you haven't been in combat in a while, and that makes you uneasy. I think there's a lot of things where you're noticing, I think you're a combat veteran, and I think you're recognizing the ticks and the triggers a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So I have a +1 right now because that was the last time we did this.
Yes.
Okay.
You were at 0.
Yes.
And you
Now
have
I'm at a +1.
Yeah. You have
And
slid slightly closer to going, because -3 is you've gone insane.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct. Cool. That's awesome.
And +3 is like I've been to therapy and I've dealt with my demons and I've dealt with my trauma.
Yeah, the -3.
We're good to
Yeah,
go.
I've done
Yeah,
all this.
yeah.
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
But that was
Alright,
also
cool.
like a big deal what just happened, so it kind of makes sense that it would have triggered you the way it did.
Correct. Yes, I get that. So cool. I just wanted to touch base and make sure
Yeah.
that was still a thing, and I didn't have to keep track of it. And so now I've added the. Do I still add the hours to this long rest now, or is that done?
She just ate the sweet potato.
Oh, nice. No, you are good on that. That was tracking how much time you had spent resting enough time. Well, like you're sick, you need rest, right?
Yeah.
So if you do like absolutely nothing for a day or 2 days or 3 days or however much, I don't want to give you the exact solution just yet.
Correct. Technically, I couldn't have
you-
gotten over it. Yeah.
Exactly, but that's full resting, right? And since you're only doing it in 8-hour segments, I'm only counting the 8 hours that you're resting.
Yeah, correct. Got
Because
it.
the other time you're walking and you're keeping
Exerting
active.
something, using my muscles. Yeah, correct.
Mhm. And there are a lot of different ways to get around healing, like Bernie discovered with the lesser restoration spell and things like that. So,
Cool. 10-4. Awesome.
yeah,
Man, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
yeah, me too.
Please don't go insane.
Right.
Or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll lose, but that doesn't mean everybody else loses. I'll just pull my extra
Oh.
character out. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
What is it? I'm confused.
Hmm.
Ooh, sorry, y'all.
No, you're good.
All good.
We're actually not back quite yet because I'm still doing the thing. Is it? No, I don't. So then what's there? All right. I'm just going to do it and ask you guys what you see.
Okay.
Mountains,
I see
Gandalf.
mountains.
Mountain.
Does it cut off here?
No.
No.
It gives us.
Or
the
does it
thing.
cut off?
See.
It cuts off over
We
here.
can see.
And
Yeah.
over
You
here.
see here?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm thinking
And
of,
up
okay.
here.
Is it a different color? Is it like a different shade?
No.
No.
It
Do you want
just
to see
says
what we
one
see?
time.
It's just on mine. It's just on mine. That's weird. It's fine. Nope, I'm good. But that's
Okay.
basically what you see and what you are marching toward.
Mm.
So I was doing that. I didn't get to pee. Let me pee, and then we'll jump right back in.
Okay.
Cool, yeah?
Yeah, no, don't go insane.
Don't do that.
So
I'll stick with that. I'll stick with that.
I learned a little extra. I only get to a +3. I'm at a +1 right now. If I get a +3, I go insane. So that would be bad.
Yeah.
But then I can also slide the opposite direction and basically tell the voices in my head to go F off. So, yeah.
Sun's getting low.
Sun's getting low, big
fantastic.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see. 'cause
Dominic,
now
the sun is setting.
Yeah.
Just change it.
I feel it in my. Yeah. So that's fun, and that little conversation I had in my head. That's fun.
Mm.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's just
Do we need to find Dominic a therapist?
probably.
Yes.
Do we need to be Domic's
Neverwinter as
therapist?
fast as possible. No, I don't think any of you guys can help, unfortunately.
Group therapy.
Mhm.
Group
Through the Lord,
therapy.
all things are possible.
Kumbaya, my love.
Okay, so we
Healing power of music, yes.
The power of music.
So we're gonna move through these next few travel days pretty quickly. But again, if you guys want to, have a moment or there's something you want to do, please, say, "Hey, DM, shut up. I want to do something cool." Not shut up. So you, smash cut from Bernie's peaceful dream to you, like your knuckles are bloody as you're like holding on to the next rock and like snow is pelting you in the face. 9 hours later as
Yeah.
you're like beginning
Yes.
to scale this mountain.
Very action movie.
Right. So you immediately notice the elevation and the cold as you begin to enter this mountainous terrain and begin ultimately scaling this mountain where Eladri pointed out to you all the glimmering bit you've seen and have not yet been able to see. Well, this is only the next day, so shut up.
Don't give it away,
trees have-
DM.
Oh no!
trees the trees have gone from dense to sparse to non-existent. By the end of the day, the path is very rocky. some snow on the ground. And we are entering like freezing and below temperatures as we get into our long rest. So sleep is much tougher now that you are in this terrain. So I would like to ask you all, how do you stay warm tonight?
Kitland, you think you could pop any of those balls open? And maybe we could snuggle?
Right. Um,
Just a thought.
I could try. We could also, I've got me torch. We could, if you've got yours, we could make a bit of a fire.
Fire's also good.
So I'm assuming
All
we're
right.
like climbing a mountain, right? Is this what we're
I mean,
doing, or is...
there are like kickback trails, and like
Mhm.
you're not just like literally straight climbing the whole way. This isn't Breath of the Wild. There are paths that you inevitably have to kind of take to make your way up. So
Yeah.
there are spots that you can find, but it does take a little bit of like you're very exposed out here. It's not like you can just find a nice little copse of trees and a clear patch of dirt. You do have to get a little bit more creative with how you want to build your fires and how you want to set up your tents, or not your
Yeah.
tents, but your bedrolls or whatever.
I think
Right,
Dominic would have
Bernie,
probably had his eyes out for like some sort of hole or hovel or something like that we can like kind of group all together under and try to get out of the wind. is
Yeah, I
probably
don't
what he
think
would
you
do.
get a cave, but you might get like an like a jutting piece of rock that's shaken
Yeah.
in just the right way that you get a little bit of relief from the cold and the wind.
Yeah, that's basically what he would be looking out for.
Bernie, could you use your stone sense to find if there's any holes or caves or tucked away bits?
I could give it a go. Uh, she'll lean down and place her hand on the rocks and feel for any vibrations and try and get a lay of any of the stonework around them. If it divots anywhere, or if there's a good spot to crawl into.
It's not a bad idea. I'll give you a hand, and Gungeon kind of gets low and works with you to try to get a better understanding of your terrain to see if you can find any shelter. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw, Bernie.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Nice.
23.
Woohoo!
You and Gundren kind of take a knee and like brush some of the snow off of the rock and place an open palm on the rock and begin listening to the stone earth that surrounds you all. That you have such an inherent kinship with. And at first it sounds like a heartbeat, like a thump bum thump bum thump bum, but then it begins to sound more rhythmic, like drumming, and then like shouting, and then like music, and then like none of these things. And it's a sound you've heard before. It's a sound that called you to the spell book before Dominic was pulled into whatever vision he saw when you last heard it, when you all heard it as a group together. And it's like an echo of this sound buried within the mountain. And you look up and you see that Gundren sees it too, and you see the faintest trickle of blood coming down his nose as he like takes his hand up off the earth and like wipes the blood from his nostril.
Hi. Right. It's under us. It's all around us. The thing that we're here for. It's everywhere.
That's how my brothers found it. They heard it too.
Aye.
Listened to the stone and they followed it. They followed it here.
This doesn't feel safe.
No. But then again, it never really did.
There's truth to that. Are you all right? You've got a little bit of
Oh yeah. And he kind of pulls out some cloth and wipes it, and it stops pretty quickly. It's it's pretty dry out here. He is able to clean himself off, but you can tell he's a little shooken up by it.
Yeah. Aye, Caitlin's gave it our best, but it's been blocked by by a familiar sound. Some sort of humming and singing interference. I can't get a good read on anything. That's all I hear, it's all I see.
That's not good.
Humming?
I
Does it sound like voices?
Stars,
think-
you've heard this sound before too.
I think it's a familiar sound to all of us, if you know what I mean. And Bernie's gonna dart her eyes over to Dominic.
And it's weird because when you guys heard this sound, I'm trying to describe it to you, but it's like an ant trying to describe like a computer chip, right? Like this sound is impossible to describe. And so when I say it sounds like these things, it's like your brain's way of trying to make sense of something that just is impossible to understand. It sounds like music, it sounds like screaming, it sounds like drums, it sounds like all of it and none of it.
Such chaos. Hard to imagine that something natural could make that kind of noise.
Well, from what I saw, it wasn't natural, and it was all powerful.
Hey. Well, I'm not sure we're going to really find a great spot to bed down for the eve.
I'll say with enough determination and what little bit you can glean from the stone without risking subjecting yourself too much to this horrific sound, you know, again, like what I explained with Dominic, right? It's not a cave perchance, but it's something that just buffers just a little bit from the cold, is angled just the right way. That you eventually find a spot, and you decided to go with a fire tonight and not the fluffy animals. Is that correct?
I was saying, you know, I've got a torch. If you guys have torches, we can, and I've got the flint. But I can try an animal. Yeah. What do you guys reckon?
The fuzziest one?
I'm not really sure what I'm gonna get.
How about the softest one?
I'll reach around for the softest one, and you throw him on the ground, right? That's how I did the dog.
Yep.
All right. I will throw a Pokeball.
Roll. Wait, you've got 3 things connected already, don't you?
I do. I have 3 on
Yes.
arrows, so there's 5.
And
There's 5 left.
You rolled one of them, I believe, for me. I need you to go ahead and roll me the other 2.
Okay.
Because you got an 8 on the first one.
Yeah. A 6 on the one after that. And a 4 on the one after that.
Okay, and you were intentionally trying to not get lung on the arrows, correct?
Correct, yeah.
I will say at the time you did the arrows, you were successful. You were able to successfully do that, and you could still see the marking. Now, as you reach in, you can no longer see. You see that the marking's kind of rubbed off, and it's no longer obvious which one is long. So you have 5. Roll me a d10.
The 1.
Okay, it can't be 8, 6, or 4. That's perfect. So you pull out a furry ball and throw it on the ground. And Staris, you get like really excited. You're like, what does Staris hope it could be? What would be like Staris's ideal animal right now for these situations? It's cold. It's like,
yeah, like a friendly bear.
like this big fluffy,
Like, ooh,
bear.
maybe it's maybe it's a polar bear. A bear
Something
made for the
so
cold.
snuggle, and you're just imagining this warm, fluffy blanket you can crawl under, and you look down and you see the cutest little mouse staring up at you.
Oh my god! Oh
Sweetie.
no!
Alright, look at you. I'll call you, Rat Lungworm.
Oh god!
That
Are
long
they all
one?
going to have lung in their name?
Oh. If you could come up with something better. But look, he
Not-
likes it. Come here, little Rat Lungworm.
Oh. do, do you want to try another?
Wait. I think I can try something. And I am going to take the new staff that I got, and I'm going to take the tip of it and kind of press it into the ground, and then like let it fall over so that it hits the ground, and I'm going to speak the word Urzul Uvak, and it's going to become a cave bear.
The mouse?
No,
The
my
staff.
The
staff,
staff. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
my staff
Oh.
becomes a cave bear,
Awesome.
and
Cool.
I'm just gonna kind of kneel down and give it a little pat on the head. Right then, I'm not gonna let Kitlin name you, but let me think about it for a little bit, and I'll have something to call you. And I'm just gonna have the bear kind of walk into the middle of everybody in the space and plop down and kind of just give off heat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use speak with animals
Nice.
and
Alright, RLW, can you hear me?
RLW.
Come in, RLW. Come in.
Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
I don't like that name.
RL, can you hear me?
My name's Jason.
Jason. Alright.
Listen, Derula.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Well, I'm gonna call you RL, Jason.
That's not my name.
Alright, well, do you think you could help us if you, could you squeeze behind or through any cracks and see if there's a way into the cave so we can get out of the elements? Just
Yeah,
go, milling about through the rocks, see if you can find a way in.
Yeah, that's what I hit.
And he like disappears into like a hole in the wall. It's like an inch big.
Yeah, this way.
Well, we can't follow you. You're looking for just a big cavernous area in there, right?
No. I didn't know I needed to do that. Okay, I'll be right back.
so yeah, I'm gonna see if he can just keep wandering around, looking for any sort of cave system or anything by going through teeny tiny cracks.
Okay, cool. How long do you wait on Jason before you give up on him?
Jason.
I'll just. Well, I only
Or,
got
I'm
him
sorry,
for-
Rat Lung one.
How long do I have these guys for? The whole night, right? Just keep coming and report back if he finds something or nothing. As long as it takes.
Okay. He comes back after like an hour.
How do we keep doing this?
But you broke out there, sorry.
He comes back after like an hour. And he's like, I haven't seen anything. Yeah, how long do you want me to keep doing this?
Oh.
There's a lot of little holes. And you can turn little like me. You can go in here.
It's
I found a
alright,
big lizard and he tried to eat me.
Alright, just stay with us then.
Okay.
You can sleep in me hat if you want.
And he climbs like in your hat. And he like sticks his like head out from underneath the hat.
and like
Oh.
rest it right on top of your forehead.
Oh,
Yay.
yes.
I love Jason. He's the best.
Jason.
Cool. The I was tempted, and I think I'm still gonna do it because it's really cool. Bernie, as you summon the cave bear, no, I'm okay with it. I was toying with it like being like more of like a wooden bear, but I think I like it being a real bear, and I'll actually say that as it kind of goes into the ground and transforms, it's this cave bear, very similar to the four bears that surrounded you guys when the orcs first confronted you.
Yeah.
But this one has like a slight kind of glow to its fur. It's not golden like when Bernie Wild shades, but there's just like this tiny, just like hint of radiant light kind of emanating this echo from the radiant magic within the tree itself. And so you guys with the fire, unfortunately Jason wasn't much help, but the bear was also help. You all guys bed down for the night, and it is a cold night, but fortunately you guys have done quite a bit to keep yourselves warm. Go ahead, make me a constitution saving throw, but you can do so with advantage.
Yay.
Woohoo.
Yay.
For all of us?
Everyone, including Pamela. And I guess technically the bear and Jason.
All the dice.
Jesus.
All the
Christ.
dice. Oh my god.
That's how you know it's good.
With
Goodness, I had
with
it.
advantage, did anybody get less than a 10?
I'm getting frozen up over here. I got. Here goes another one. Okay, so Pamela and me are pretty dope right now. And then I gotta do Jason, which I'm calling RL, not Jason.
No, the bear got 19 and I got 21.
Nice.
Dominic got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh.
At a 13.
What was the low number?
10.
Yeah, 10 was the DC, so nobody got below a 10?
Nope.
Cool.
Correct.
You all wake up colds, but you are not you were able to sufficiently endure the drop in temperature, the change in elevation, and you carry on the second day. The conditions continue to get worse, continue to get more brutal. The elevation continues to get a little bit steeper. You can tell that the cold weather is affecting Pamela Kitland. You wake up the next morning, obviously, with the furry ball on your head instead of a rat. The bear, however, will keep its form until you decide to turn it back. Bernie.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh my
Oh.
Bernie, this is brilliant.
However, Bernie, should the bear be reduced to 0 hit points, it will break and turn back into a broken, no longer usable staff.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You can tell that Pamela. You could mend the staff back together, but the magic might not necessarily be restored to it.
Can we heal the bear?
Before it drops to 0 HP, sure.
Okay.
Cool.
As the conditions continue to get worse, you can tell that Pamela is strongly affected by this. If you had been riding her, Kitlin, she could no longer be ridden in these conditions, as the burden would be too much for her, as she's also enduring the cold weather and the steep incline and elevation. It is another brutal day of travel as you make your way further up the mountainside, but you eventually find another spot suitable for camp unfortunately, no cave entrances or anything that would allow you shelter, beyond just a few better positions against the wind than most. However, the wind is much stronger now. It will be much harder to try to light a fire if that is what you wish to do. But I ask you once again, how do you combat the cold weather as you begin to take your second long rest up here in the mountains?
Mm.
I think tonight.
A new day.
Yeah, this is you're on our second day now as we're
I mean,
climbing
we
up the
gotta.
mountain.
I think we gotta go animal jamboree here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I was
so.
just thinking.
More friends.
It's cold. Is it? Do we have like big snow drifts around us?
Yeah,
Or-
I think at this
yeah.
point now, the snow is like a couple of inches on the ground. It's no longer just a few spots anymore. It's pretty much
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay.
I think like the wind is blowing harsh, flurries of snow are blowing. I think up here you're kind of hitting that point of elevation too, where you're a little in the clouds themselves, so visibility is getting a little worse. Yeah,
Okay.
conditions are brutal mountainside conditions at this point.
Gotcha. I asked because I was wondering if we could maybe form the snow to make some kind of a wall, or kind
You could
of like
certainly try.
bury ourselves like huskies. Hey,
Yeah.
hey bear, hey bear.
I think
I
that
think-
I decided to call the bear over.
Over.
Ova.
I just kind of taken from Urzul Uvak since that's its home. I feel like it's appropriate.
Can we call him Uva Lung? Because that's hilarious.
I suppose the last name can
Over.
be long, yes. We're all part of the same family after all.
Love it.
I mean, I think I'm gonna throw some balls
All right.
here.
Yeah, how many balls? Throwing 3?
Jamboree. Animal jamboree.
If it makes
Yes.
it go quicker, I'll throw all 3 at once.
Okay, and this is excluding the
The 3 on
3
my
on the
arrows.
arrow still. Okay.
Yeah.
So the rat's coming back out.
And
Sweet.
I might keep the mouse in my hat separate
Okay.
to avoid.
Oh,
that.
okay. Gotcha. So you're keeping the number 1 ball in
mouse.
your hat.
The mouse
Yes.
lives in your head.
Okay, so roll. So that leaves. I can do math. 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, roll me 3d4s.
Four.
I
3.
already regret giving you this magical item.
I think it's wonderful. I'm so happy we have it.
2 3s and a 4.
Yes.
Did I re-roll one?
2 3s and a 4. Yeah, reroll one of those 3s for me.
4. Roll again.
Can't double up.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you're fine. You got a 2, 3, and a 4. We're gonna stick
I
with
got
that.
3, 3, and 4
Yeah.
on the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So reroll until you get something other than a 3. Sorry, my bad. Or 4.
And then 4.
Oh. Yeah, I guess this doesn't.
Another
work,
3.
Dude.
Why are these the highest D4 rolls ever?
Dude.
Four.
Yeah.
What is happening? It's always like
There
one
we
when it counts.
Okay. You got a 2? Jesus.
Yeah.
That
2,
was
3, and 4.
so dumb. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's up to you if you want repeats or no. But
No, because I think there's.
There's only one of each type in the bag.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could say there's just like a shit ton
Yeah.
in there.
because it says when the object lands,
Yeah.
it transforms into a creature. You determine by rolling a d8.
Yeah,
It's up to you.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know what, Stars? You've convinced me. So we'll go 3, 3, and 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 panthers and a direwolf up here.
Ah!
Whoa! Hell yeah!
Yeah, because 1, 4, 6,
speak
and
with
8 are
animals.
options. That's 2, 3, 5, and 7. So that's 5, 5, and 7. So yeah. Brain hurts now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there aren't 8 balls in this bag, Kitlin. There's like maybe, I don't know, a dozen or so, 2 dozen, who knows. But yeah, it seems like the balls could be anything at any time. And just because it was a rat once on your head, maybe it's not a rat the next time you throw it.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Well, you speak with animals.
All right, gang. We're just staying warm tonight. We need some help, so get ready to sleep.
The direwolf seems pretty comfortable in this weather. You can tell the panthers are miserable. They do it because you ask them to, but they're not happy about it. But the direwolf seems pretty content in this particular environment, and it is sufficient warmth. Would you guys also like to light a fire as well?
And push some snow around to make a wall to brace
Oh
from the
yes,
wind.
you were trying to push some snow around. Yes. Are you using any spells or abilities to do this, or are you just like rolling up your sleeves and making snowballs?
Darius is trying to coax the animals into helping.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Ova go over there and help out Staris.
And she also uses her mage hand
Yes,
To
classic.
do
to
a
push
snow-
the,
to
to
do
push
snow
the
blow.
snow.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay.
Best use of mage hand yet.
That's so funny.
Taurus, roll me an animal handling check.
Okay.
You may use your spell casting bonus if it's higher than your animal handling bonus.
It's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay!
That was the DC. I hate you.
Hell yeah.
If it meets, it meets.
It's not pretty, but it's weirdly effective. But Cyrus, this takes you a while to do because you are not putting in a lot of sweat equity to make this happen. By taking the easy way and using the mage hand. But no, I think Uva's surprisingly smart and seems to listen to and take the direction very, very well.
Atta
And you're able
girl.
to kind of give you guys another kind of buffer to help you protect yourselves against the cold. Go ahead and give me another Constitution save. You may again do it with advantage because of the warmth of the animals.
Sweet.
I do like the sounds that come off of everything too.
That's amazing.
With advantage, did anybody get less than a 12?
Nay.
No, I got a 12, and Bear got a 16.
Actually rolled a
Okay.
20 that time, so.
You are
Natural
Mage hand.
20. Look at you.
I got less than.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So for my, I mean, do you want me to roll for all the animals or just me and Pamela?
You don't need to roll for all the animals, just you and
Because
Pamela.
that's so much. I personally got less than 12, and then
Okay.
Pamela did not.
Okay. And Eladri, you got less than 12?
I did.
Okay. Eladri and Kitlin, you wake up the morning of the third day. At some point, with all the bodies in the space, you guys got like kind of pushed off to the side. Your back was exposed to the element. The snow all maybe collapsed and like fell on you a little bit, Eladri, and you guys both wake up very chilled from the environment. Having slept very, very roughly, you're still able to complete a full rest, but you will both wake up with one level of exhaustion as the environment begins to take its toll on you. At the third day, you can tell how high you've gotten. when you have moments as you peek through the clouds, you can see down the valley below. You can even catch glimpses of Orzul every now and again as the snow kind of clears. Uh, but the wind is whipping you now. It's stinging your eyes and your face. Um, your digits, anything that's exposed, ears, nose, your eyebrows are beginning to freeze, your hair is beginning to freeze, your beard, Bernie, is beginning to freeze. Um, uh, the wind is much, much heavier here, but you get the sense that you are getting closer. You can begin to see the peak just above you, so you know that the cave has got to be around here somewhere. However, you are unable to find it before you need to take another long rest.
God.
With the weather being as bad as it has been, it is impossible to keep a fire going through the night. So even if you wanted to take that option, you would not be able to without some type of magical aid, right? If you could create like a protective barrier to put it in or something like that, maybe you could do it. But the wind is so strong, even if you could get a fire lit, it would be impossible to keep it going. Um, the snow is maybe up to a foot deep in some places. Really hard it's getting harder to dig through. And even as you're kind of continuing your march up through the day, it's always hard. It's a little hard to tell, where the mountain ends and the snow begins. And so you're having to be very careful as you continue your trek, which is why you've lost a little bit of time today. So I ask you one more time. Caitlin Eladrin, you still have your levels of exhaustion. How all do you keep warm tonight? It is well below freezing up here.
Yeah,
We're
dig
good.
into the snow again. Yeah.
Animal party again.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Animal
for the
igloo.
for the first 2 hours, or first 4 hours of the night, I'm gonna turn into a bear as well.
Awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So it's 2 bears on either side of everyone. And snow
And then a
and animals.
cadre of animals from
It's
the
just
balls.
literally an animal house.
Right.
Caitlin, roll me have you kept the rat in your hat? Or the window to be a rat in your hat? Or have you added it back to the bag?
I've kept it separate, but not in my
Is
hat.
the rat in your hat
Okay.
or is now in your sack?
Roll me 3 more d4s.
Rhyming with Kitland.
That's right.
Actually, no, roll me 3 more d8s. So I
Kitlin
think
in
I
the
like
hat.
Okay. Alright, do that again.
yeah, I think I like
1,
the
2,
way
3.
Barry recommended it.
Oh no.
Ooh.
1, 6, and 2.
Jason.
What did we say, Caitlin?
Wait, those are those D8s or D10s? Did you roll a 9?
Those are d8s.
Those
No,
are
that was a
D8s.
6.
It was a 6.
Oh, 6. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Caitlin, do you want to describe the 3 animals we see?
Well, RL is back.
Or a similar looking rat, at least.
Jason!
A beautiful, snowy owl.
Oh, that's not very warm.
I mean, it'll be warm for your face.
And a gigantic boar.
Whoa.
Boar.
Yeah,
Or,
giant
oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, poor.
I will use speak with animals. And I'll talk to the boar.
All right, boar. I'm not sure how this all works, but if you were to die to save one of us, how would the ball work?
You try to hoth this thing? Like, what are you doing?
What ball?
Right. Have you ever died before?
No?
All right.
Are you gonna hurt me, sir?
Oh.
It's
I
very
don't want
cold.
to. It's just if you're magic and you can replenish yourself, I thought, you know, you wouldn't mind if I crawled inside of you.
Oh my god!
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god! That's not.
We're
Oh.
not killing anything.
I don't.
Crawled
I'll do
inside.
whatever master requires of me.
Oh.
Over my
Oh,
dead body.
man.
Yeah.
Just come cuddle, Boar.
Hello, sir. Do I have your permission before you
Stars
crawl inside
opens her
me?
arms.
You'll cuddle with the
You'll
elf
need to.
and
You'll
the
need
bears.
to cuddle me and Eladra if you want to come in between me and Pamela. We're gonna need some help, just the two of us. Everybody else is gonna have to cuddle on your back.
I mean, all together.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just
Everybody
a
buried in the
giant.
snow.
Yeah.
And I will send up the owl too, and see if it can scout
The
out.
owl's
any-
just staring at the mouse as you ask it to go fly up.
Oh my God.
All right,
Chaos.
hide in the
Friend, not
crack.
food.
I'll go up in the air and scout out, would you?
Okay. And it goes. Because they have to obey your commands, but they're still wild animals.
Hide in the
Funny.
crack.
And I'll ask it to
And
keep an
just
eye out for any.
noiselessly, like, flies up in the air.
And I want to ask it to look out for any caves or anywhere for us to sleep for the night.
Oh, okay, interesting. As you all kind of get set up and bundled up, the bear sandwich is delightful and doing wonders at keeping you all warm. And just as you're about to kind of, start to try to sleep as best as you can in these conditions, the owl returns, Kitland.
All right, what'd you find?
And it's like when it returns, I mean, it like lands next to you, and actually, everybody roll me a perception check.
It's so meaty.
It's so
I think it.
It's
I think
so
I turned mine off.
meaty.
Yeah.
Nobody heard the owl show up. It just like all
Was
of a
just
sudden
there.
was like right next to your head, Kitland, and it's like, you guys asleep yet?
You guys asleep yet?
Not yet. All right, go on then.
On a cave.
You found a cave?
Yeah.
All right, well, you heard him. Where can you lead it to us? Lead us to it.
Actually,
Actually,
you
Actually,
didn't
we,
hear
we
him.
didn't, Kitlins.
That's all you guys are hearing as Kitland and this owl are having a conversation with one another. Owl says, all right, it's not too far, maybe another hour from here. And it's dark, so it will be a treacherous journey, but you could potentially make it to the cave and not have to sleep out here tonight.
Yeah, I'll just.
I think we
relay
should
in
try
the
it.
group.
I think it might be worth it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bear. Rawr.
I can hear you say that.
Yeah.
Bernie nuts.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I nod my big bear head.
Some of the bigger animals might have a tougher time making it.
Into the cave.
No, just the way there. It's not the best place for giant bears to go walking along the edges of mountains in the middle of the night. But you guys do what you want. It's my opinion.
We'll,
Such
we'll
a
Once we get to the
aloof
cave,
owl.
I'll point to
Yeah,
My
the pig and the
beast of
weird
the
lizard
land.
will probably be fine.
Right.
And
There,
I
it's
can
not
keep low light towards the ground just so that we can see the path better.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I guess I'll drop my wild shape then, and I will put Ova back into the staff.
Okay. Um, that will definitely make things much easier as again in the darkness and just with how much snowfall is here, it does sometimes get a little difficult to tell where the mountain ends and the snow begins. But because there aren't any large creatures walking this path, I will not ask for any rolls. And about an hour later,
The giant
I
boar,
mean,
is that a large animal?
or
no, a
about
giant
Pam
boar I think is still a medium, and
and
Pamela's still a
Pamela's
medium
medium?
size
Okay, good.
creature. Hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah. Like a boar would be a small creature, and then a giant boar is like,
Ah,
the size of a big dog, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
say
One
it's not the
size
size
bigger
of like
than the
a
normal.
rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I'll double check that. If giant boar is a large creature, then if it comes up in combat, I'll and on a grade, I'll double check it. But I'm pretty sure it's still a medium sized creature. And yeah, you guys are able to kind of traverse this very treacherous, very dark, narrow path across the mountain as the wind just whips you in the face. But eventually, you do see up ahead the owl kind of sitting smugly on a rock, just waiting for you. Um, uh, a piece of just like the tiniest little kind of gash in the rock here where you could squeeze through and enter into the mountain. And as you begin to kind of make your way, you see uh, the tip of a pit that has been kind of like embedded in the wall and stuck and angled like just right. And you get you realize like that was the thing you saw catch the light and glint to kind of mark this spot. A very little clever bit of um tool manipulation done by one of Gungeon's brothers, and when he sees that, he says, "Ah, they were here. This is the spot. Are you ready?"
Let's get out of this weather.
Agreed. Um, and you begin to slide, and the giant boar will not be able to slide in here. But each of you, well, yeah, it probably could. I think it's a little tough for the giant boar and Pamela if you want to keep them. Um, but it's just enough space. Pamela has to kind of get low and maybe need some encouragement from the back, but you are able to get her through, and eventually the space widens into a tunnel just wide enough for you all to march single file.
oh,
Awesome.
You guys have gotten out of the snow tonight, so I am not going to ask for any more Constitution saving throws. But it
Lucky. I
is
feel like that could have been way
starting
worse.
to get late, and you are all feeling the weight of the day set in. Where the fuck is my song? I'm so sorry. The tunnel that you follow goes on for maybe another 4 or 5 minutes. A little over 10 feet high at the tallest parts and as low as sometimes 4 feet at the lowest, causing a few of you to duck. But eventually it opens up into a natural cavern. Ceiling is about 20 feet to 30 feet high here. This large cavern you see is supported by a single natural pillar of rock. Several stalactites hang from the ceiling as moisture slowly drips from their ends, creating a steady, monotonous bloop, bloop sound every few seconds. At the western end of this cave, behind the column of rock, you can see sticking out from behind it 2 bedrolls and a
oh,
heap of ordinary supplies.
there you are.
Uh-oh. You guys hear me?
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
hear you now. I just couldn't hear you before. Okay. It was just me.
Did you guys hear all that?
Yes.
Okay. Behind the column of rock sticking up behind it, you see 2 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies. Sacks of flour, bags of salt, casks of salted meat now rotting and smelling, lanterns, pickaxes, shovels, and other miscellaneous gear scattered about.
Hmm.
Further into the cave, to the northeast, you see a section of it has collapsed, forming what appears to be a deep pit. On a nearby stalagmite, you see a sturdy hempen rope tied to it and dangling down and over the edge of the pit. I will go ahead and drag us to our dungeon map.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh boy.
It is quite large, so give it a second to load. If it does not work on your computer, let me know, and I will cut it up into pieces for future
I see.
episodes.
Nope.
Oh.
It's big, so you just gotta scroll out.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. Yes.
Let's go
Big.
ahead and grab your little token.
Yay! Hooray! DM, just quick point of order so I know going into this.
Mhm.
Did we spend more than 4 hours in our little like cuddle spot? Like, because I had my wild shape for 2 hours and I would have just used one
Oh, yes.
instead of
So
two.
I would have say no. The owl came back before you would have needed to use your second wild shape.
Okay, sick.
Um,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So
Just
yeah,
checking.
you probably ended because you get it for 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours at a time.
You probably would have ended it like maybe 30-ish minutes early.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, you still have one use, but it is pretty late. I think most of you ready for sleep at this point. But as you enter into this cavern, you see Gundren rush ahead as he immediately recognizes what was once his brother's campsite.
Hmm.
I appreciate the bore. That's awesome.
Do we have a token for Eladri?
Yeah, but I don't like him, so I didn't put him on the map.
That's fine.
I couldn't remember if Eladri's fought with us. I think he has.
He was with the Chimera.
That's right. That's
Um,
right. Yes.
So I took some liberties with your order. That doesn't necessarily need to be the order that you came down this tunnel. But this is the cavern you find yourself in. Here is the large column of rock, which the camp was kind of tucked behind. A lot of the supplies are either mundane or no longer good. And here is the pit at the far end of the cavern. We'll say the rope is maybe tied off to this rock, and you see is kind of hanging over the edge here as you enter this space. I will say there is no light in here. So who does not have dark vision?
Stars cast dancing lights to softly illuminate the cavern.
What color are your lights?
This time it's just kind of torchlight, just kind of a soft glow.
Now, the lights themselves give off I think it's a radius of 5 feet of bright light and then another 5 feet dim beyond that.
Uh, does it?
It should when you
10-foot
cast it.
radius from each light. I can have 4 of them.
Cool. So yeah, so you kind of create these little globules of light that kind of begin to fill out the space, casting long shadows across the cavern walls and beginning to illuminate the pit. For anybody who cannot see in the dark. There are definitely things beyond the scope of the dancing lights that you can't see, shadows playing off the ceilings and in the corners of the room where the light doesn't fully reach at times. But there's enough light to at least make your way around the space without tripping over yourself as you all walk into this cavern. They were here.
We go.
Look, there's a rope over there. Gundren points to the rope dangling down into the cavern. They must have gone further in. The note my brother left me. He said, shit, where's the note? He said, I believe in you, brother. You can do it.
Come save me.
Save me.
Okay, this is good. The note was from his brother Dendro talking about their older brother Tharden. And I don't have it right in front of me because I don't know where. Oh, Tharden went on a delve. That was 3 nights ago. I'm going after him. You see, he kind of pulls the note out. Finally finds which pocket he had hidden it in. He said, Tharden had gone in first. Ninja went after him. Must have been the way they went. And he points to the rope hanging over the ledge. You can kind of tell that Gundren's like adrenaline is kicking in. He's getting a little kind of manic and like testing the ropes. Like, we've got to go after them.
Hey, Gundren, step away from that pit. We have no idea what's in here. You know what's under us. We need to take it slower.
Right, let's do some recon. And then I'll say, Owl, you're a silent flyer. Go down and scout it out. RL, follow behind if the path splits anyway. You two split up and come back and let us know if you find anything. Stay quiet and stay out of sight.
You call for RL and you don't know where they are.
All right, Boar, stay put.
The owl comes flying down the tunnel a few moments later. Is your speak with animals still active, or has that ended?
It would have ended. So
Okay.
I guess just using. I don't know. Can I command them still?
Yeah, you can still command them. It's you might not be as specific with it, but they understand basically what you want.
Bernie, you can speak with animals, can't you?
Yeah, I can.
Ooh. Ooh.
Hello, Owl. If you wouldn't mind, as he said, scout out ahead, but do you know what happened to the little mouse friend?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Roll me a persuasion check, Bernie.
A persuasion check. Oh no. That's a 13.
I haven't seen him.
Is he lying?
I mean, insight check.
I don't believe
Did a ball reappear in that sack?
Right. 14 insight.
I don't think he's being very honest with you, Bernie. Excuse me, she is being very honest with you.
She. All right. Caitlin, perhaps we should keep a little closer eye on your animal friends before letting them loose around each other. I think your owl friend had a snack.
RL.
Caitlin, moving forward, re-roll all ones whenever you roll for your.
Oh
Oh
no!
No.
Jason!
Hey, Cinderella.
Jason.
This is Tarilla. But so above the table, that was kind of a valuable lesson in what happens if one of the animals dies, and you lost like kind of the worst one you could pull
That's
if you
true.
think about it, like from a just
I mean,
like
good for
mechanical
sneaking around
standpoint.
though and going unnoticed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now that we're playing like random chaos rules, like, can you ever ensure you'll get it?
Yeah.
I do like how you're just like, what 3 Pokemon do I have today?
We'll see. Oh, a Magikarp.
Aw.
Yeah, so you no more you no longer have a Rattata in your roster,
Aw.
unfortunately.
Well, he lived a good life.
Yep.
Did he?
Did
Because I
he?
feel like he was a snack.
I'm Enchanted Fur. So Gundren kind of backs away, kind of like, shakes his head, in apologies. You're right. It's the closest I've been to finally knowing what's happened to my brothers in months, with the exception of this note. So you're right. You're right. We can't rush it. We know we have an idea of how dangerous this place can be.
Aye.
Um. So, Bernie, you want to ask, or I'm sorry, Kitlin, you want Bernie to ask the owl to scout ahead?
Yep. It has 120 feet of dark vision, so it should be good to
Okay.
go ahead and silently fly through and
The
report back.
owl flies past you guys into the cavern and down into the pit. Where are you all? Oh, no, I just realized none of you can move your character tokens because I didn't give anybody permissions. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
We can draw things though.
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I like the little dancing light.
You can control your character. Staris, you can control your character. Bernie, you can control
Fabulous.
your character.
Thanks.
Maladry,
Ah!
you can control your character. Comic, you can control your character. All right, I think everybody's good. Let me give you Pamela as well. Joe
Ew.
and the boar. All right, everybody
Oh
should
no.
be good.
Ah.
Is anybody standing at the edge of the pit as the owl flies in?
Hell no.
No, I'm not.
Curious.
I'm curious.
Stay where I'm at.
That's
Might come in a little bit more, but
just like right here.
I think Gundren's close too, but like not right at the edge. Stars, you have dark vision?
Yes.
As an elf, that's what I thought. You see the owl fly into the pit. The pit's pretty deep as you approach the edge. It's about 20 feet deep, and roughly like 10 feet across. You hear, rock face against you. You see the owl kind of flies in and like lands on the ground, and you see its like head kind of turns a full like 180 degrees as it sort of scans its environment, and then flies back up out of the pit and back over to you, Bernie.
Hmm.
And it tells you something Staris could probably confirm from what she saw looking down in the pit. There appears to be 2 tunnels leading out of the pit. One, and it indicates this one over here, the one kind of on the eastern side of the tunnel, is impassable. It looks like rocks have fallen and clogged it shut. It would take great effort to tunnel back through it. The other one, though, seems open, and it seems to tunnel further into the caves, indicating this hole over here. So there are two holes in the tunnel, one of which seems clogged and blocked, the other one which seems open.
I relay that to the team.
Hmm.
And while I'm listening, can I just kind of like inspect all the gear here, just make sure there's nothing, no notes left or anything else?
Sure, roll me like an investigation check as you're kind of rummaging through everything.
Oh, that's insight. Okay, hang on. It's not what I want. Oh, there's a net one. Thank goodness. Investigation 13.
Okay. Yeah, as you look through all of this stuff, you find the bedrolls are fresh and usable. You find a little bit of salt. Um, that could maybe be salvaged. Looks like some water, some moisture got into the flour, and it's starting to mold. The meat has all rotted by this point and is beginning to smell. You do find, there's a couple of pickaxes and shovel and other like tools, like basic tools you could take if you thought they'd be of use to you. But one thing that does catch your eye, Bernie, is you see that there's like two lanterns, and next to the lanterns are four flasks filled with lamp oil.
Uh, right. These lanterns could be of use. I'm just going to kind of call to everybody else.
Mm.
Oh yeah, sure.
But
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure. Wouldn't they have taken their lanterns with them?
Do
They could be
these
extras.
do they
Like they kept these lanterns at camp, and maybe they had traveling lanterns they could take with them.
do they look like
I
lamps to Dominic, or do they look more like bombs, like grenades, something throwable?
The lanterns themselves are just like lanterns. The lamp oil is just in like a small glass jar and could very easily be thrown.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's possible they could be used as weapons if they're just separate like this.
Yeah, the fuel could be very valuable.
Hey. Caitlin, these
Uh,
kind of have your
yeah,
name all over him.
Last thing, do we want to give it to our fire starter in the back?
Could be possible they left the lanterns here, didn't want to draw unnecessary attention to themselves.
Aye, that's
They've
also
got great
very
eyesight in the
possible.
caves.
Aye,
They wouldn't have necessarily needed them.
that's
Yeah, it's true. As little attention drawn as possible, a firelight flickering in the darkness is definitely going to draw attention.
Aye. And my brothers are cocky.
Mm.
Hi.
Right, well, I'll take the lamp oil off your hands.
All right. You can add 4 flasks of lamp oil to your inventory.
And I'll pick up one of the lanterns and just hook it around my belt.
Cool. If you can use the lamp oil to keep the lantern lit for extended periods of time as well.
Cool.
Which would provide a light source that would, and I'll say the lanterns are like they've got like a ring on the top where you can easily attach it to a belt, and it would free up your hand and provide a light source if needed.
Cool.
Gundren looks at you all and he says, "Well, looks like there's only one way forward. We should probably get some rest, some real shut eye, out of the wind, out of the cold.
I
Make
think
sure
a
we're
good rest tonight is going to be a good idea, and then we start fresh once we get up.
Aye.
Right, should
Okay.
we send the owl down the only way to go before we lose it for the night?
It's not a bad idea.
The only issue is if it finds something and it comes up here to tango with us.
I
That's
think
true.
it's. Wonder if it's just a better idea to rest, make sure that we're ready, and then we just venture off when we're ready to go. I don't want to draw any unwanted attention.
I agree, actually.
That might be the safer bet.
As of right now, nothing really knows we're here.
Hmm.
And we'll
But
be
you're right.
alerted if someone tries to sneak up on us.
Right.
Well, while we sleep, then I'll have the boar watch the entrance, and I'll have the owl watch the pit.
Oh, I think that'll be our best bet.
And can I ritually cast detect magic in this
Oh no,
space?
can you?
I can.
don't know,
I can. It says it right here. I swear.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a few minutes to do that as the animals kind of take their position to watch where they should. I tried finding an owl picture, but none of them want to work. So, oh well. You also have Staris's bow, which you know will alert you of any impending danger, even while sleeping. And kind of find your spots to set up. Grateful to have the walls of the cave protecting you from the storm raging outside, or the strong winds rather blowing outside. I will say that does anybody want to do anything else before we begin our long rest?
Probably get
It
rid of
seems
this
like
rotting food.
okay. How do you want to get rid of it?
Mm, great question. I think Stars might. How much does it weigh? Can I pick it up with Mage Hand? Better question.
How much weight can Mage Hand pick up?
10 pounds.
I think you couldn't pick up the whole crate, but you could like open the crate and like one by one take things out. But opening the crate, will make the smell a lot worse.
Oh yeah, no, we're just gonna move the crate then.
You're just gonna push it.
I advise
Like
outside
Oh yeah, I was gonna take
yeah.
it down like 10 back to the
entrance.
and then use my mage hand to cover it in snow.
Yep. I can help with that.
Perfect. Thanks, Aladri.
Aladri, you quickly learned that helping with that kind of just means doing that.
Yeah, well, I'll get my hands dirty. That's fine.
No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I think most of the ingredients have spoiled at this point. And the crates are kind of heavy, to carry. Roll me strength checks, each of you.
Sure. Yeah, I guess that'll tell the story, huh?
Yep.
See how we did. Oh, not very good.
Nice. 18 on the die.
You guys make it away from the camp at least, but you're only about halfway through the tunnel, Stars, as you kind of start to just lose your grip a little bit on this case, and you go to set it down, because you're losing it a little bit, and the top of it begins to topple over, and it just spills onto the ground. And as soon as it
No.
crashes, the smell just like hits you
Oh
both.
God.
Do you leave it or do you want to try and clean it up?
Oh, we've got a pig. That's right next to it, huh?
You hear
They
hungrily sniffing noise echoing through the tunnels of the cave behind you.
Mm-hmm. Should have just left it. Oh no.
Is the boar eating? Did the boar come back to eat it?
Aladri, Aladri, you see stars fall. No, you guys are like, it took you about 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes to like walk through these kind of winding tunnels, and you guys
Uh-huh.
are halfway through it. So you're on your own now. You're in the middle of the tunnel, and you're far enough away from the camp. You technically did what you wanted to do. It's just a matter of, do you leave this mess here in the middle of the tunnel, or do you actually want to try to clean it up and get it all the way outside?
No, we have to get this all the way out.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously. Let's get it out of here.
Okay. I'm assuming you use Mage Hand as much as possible.
Of course.
And you take some time, and you all notice that Eladri and Stars are gone for a little while longer than they should have taken. And you are able to get it all cleaned up, but try as hard as you might, Stars, you are not able to prevent the smell from clinging to all of your clothes.
That's
And it seems to now follow you as you
Good.
make your way through these tunnels. Eladri, you notice it as well. In fact, you all kind of notice it a little bit as Staris walks into the cavern. Not like filling up the whole cavern, but as she like walks by you, you're like,
Oh, Lord.
oh no.
Ay.
And
Oh,
I'm
oh.
sorry, Staris, but you stink.
It's fine. It's fine. I asked for this.
Ay. This is why you take all those baths, eh? We go
Oh,
just a
well.
couple days and
I was just trying to do a good thing.
Ay.
It got on me.
I can see that. I can smell that. Uh, Here, I'm gonna
I'll go,
pass over.
I'll go sleep in the corner.
I'm gonna pass over my water skin. Maybe try and wash some of it off. I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Prestidigitation.
You
Yeah, this is
You have
the
it?
perfect place for that. Yeah.
I don't have it.
Oh no!
It's fine.
Oh, stars in the corner. Oh no!
I'll just sleep over here. It's fine.
One by one, you all drift off to sleep. It is easier for some of you more so than others. Stars, your lights eventually flicker out as you break your concentration on them and begin to start resting.
Something went wrong.
Uh-oh.
Oh
What?
no! Okay, yeah, I got that as well.
Yeah.
That's all.
Something went wrong.
I'm hoping it's
Oh,
not because the
I
map
did
is
not.
too big.
Does anyone need me to cast sleep on them? I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Do it.
The night
Sorry.
passes without incident. Anybody who had any exhaustion coming into the cave loses it as they awake the next morning. You're not sure
Hooray.
when dawn rose, but it must have Kitland, as now there are just two furry balls watching and standing guard, one near the pit and one a little further into the cave that you can then go collect if you would like. You see Gundren is awake and eager, staring at the rope leading down into the pit. I'm ready when you are.
Gundren, do you want to lead the way, or do you want me to get ahead of you?
No. I'll go first. And he grabs the rope and pulls a little bit and sidles over to the edge and slides down. He makes it to the bottom of the pit with no issue, pulls on the rope, Seems secure.
I think
Wait, before we all go down, can I get some muscle to help me lower Pamela down?
I gotcha.
I can help us. Yeah, I can help.
Yeah, I guess I'll pull out my rope and my grappling hook and try to secure some sort of harness, maybe to her.
I've got some extra rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I think
guess
you've
as
got
many
the
ropes as
saddle
possible.
too. You know, I
Yeah.
think you've got the saddle too, which goes around her. So, like, I think
Yeah.
maybe using the grappling hook, you could kind of let the saddle maybe support her, maybe with some like extra rope supporting that, and then like hook to the saddle and try to slowly lower down. And who is helping you to do this?
I mean, I guess anybody that's got a rope would be, I would think would be helpful.
Yeah, and I still have one of
Yeah,
those.
I've got
kind
some
of
rope.
kits.
Roll,
but yeah.
roll me a survival check for the harness, Kitland, and you may add any bonuses.
Here, take this. And
What is this?
that is bardic inspiration. That was like, good
Oh,
luck.
Okay. So just survival check.
Lost a
Oh my
D4.
god. With a D6.
Yep.
Unless we want to golden dice that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Although that could be worse than that, right?
I mean, unless something big and attacks us, but yeah, I use the golden dice. I think.
Did you add the D6 to it, or?
Not yet. I mean, don't have to do the
Oh yeah.
check.
If you get a 6,
Make
out
a
of
decision.
17.
The
Yeah.
the D6 only lasts for 10 minutes, so. There you go.
Hey, there we go. That's not awful.
15.
Yeah,
That's probably good. All right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
good.
Oh, good stuff.
Okay. You feel secure in the rigging that you have tied for Pamela, and you have enough rope that you have and have borrowed from your friends that you feel confident you can, lower the full 20 feet down. Who is helping you lower her full weight? Because I don't know that you want to try it on your own.
Nope.
I can help.
I can help.
I
As
just
can
loaned
I.
the rope. I'm not gonna try that
Okay.
again.
Right.
With Bernie, Dominic, and Aladri helping you, and Gundren down below to help receive her, I don't think any rolls will be necessary, as that is more than enough manpower to successfully lower her the 20 feet down into the pit. As you begin, it's kind of like a tense few moments as you're slowly lowering, kind of watching the rope as it's going over the edge and just fraying ever so slightly as it continues to slide against the rock as you continue to lower her. But after 5 or 6 minutes of slowly doing it inch by inch, you hear her Gundren call, I got her, almost there, a few more feet. And she eventually makes contact with the ground, and you feel the weight finally give as your muscles are sore and tired from carrying her. But she has successfully made it down to the bottom. I'll start in time her down here.
Thank you.
Who's
I'll
next?
stay up and watch. I'll just watch this hallway and let you guys go, and then I'll go last, I think.
Okay.
All right. I think Dominic will head down next.
Dominic, roll me a d12.
D12. It is a 5.
All right, Dominic, you make it down with no issue.
Okay.
I'll head down.
Bernie, roll me a d10.
10. A 7.
Bernie, you make it down with no issue.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Starts
Oh,
if you would.
Okay. I guess I will.
Stars, will you roll me a d8, Stars?
Uh-huh.
No, I don't like it.
Oh,
Can I say
my.
Dominic is probably down at the bottom waiting for everybody to get down? Kind of like making sure nobody falls.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, I rolled a
Golden
1.
die. Golden die.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
that's a
absolutely.
golden die.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you said D8, right?
I'm gonna say you're not allowed to. I think a golden die should only apply to a d20 roll.
Oh,
Oh.
okie dokie.
FYI, Daisy's asking, just so everybody knows. Um,
No, I know what you meant, babe.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, as Stars, you begin to climb down.
I'm
Dominic,
so stinky!
you see Stars coming down and have the thought, I'm gonna go spots, and before you can finish thinking it, the rope snaps and you see
Oh.
Stars start to fall. Dominic, as you were
Yep.
making your way over there, if you would like to try and dive and catch her, you may roll me an athletics check.
Yes, 100% I would. Oh, not great. That's an 8.
Oh, man.
Stars, will you roll me a d6, please?
Uh-huh. Do I have to?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, you do. Oh God, now
rolled a
you're rolling
6.
good 6.
You and Dominic both take 6 bludgeoning damage as you
Ouch.
fall on top of him as he is unable to get to you in time.
Oh,
And you both collapse to the ground. And Aladri, you and Kitlin are left standing 20 feet above everyone, staring at the rope that is broken just a few feet from the cliff's edge.
All right. Could you throw me a grappling hook back up here? We'll stand off to the side. Hello?
Hello?
Wait, oh, do we have it down here?
Yeah.
It was on Pamela.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hold on. I got it here.
I'll
And
help untie.
Gundren's gonna toss it up to you. We were helping Stars and Dominic up. They took a bad spill.
Yeah.
We heard that.
And all right, watch your heads. And he throws it up, and you hear it clang on the grounds nearby.
All right. Aladri, you go first.
10 more minutes.
Uh,
Sorry, and we'll wrap it
All
up.
right.
All right, Aladri's coming down.
I'll try to hook the grappling hook, I guess, just around this rock or something.
The same stalactite that the original one, just with a fresh rope.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Roll me a survival check as you tie it around the rock really quick. Okay.
13.
You wrap it around the rock, give it a few pulls, you feel like it's secure, and Aladri, you begin to climb down the rope.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
climbing.
You make it down with no issue. Hitland, would you like to climb down the rope?
Will I be able to get the grappling hook back if I do that?
You will not.
Okay, I'm gonna untie the grappling hook, put
Okay.
that on my body. Boy, how the fuck am I gonna get down there?
You could attempt to
open my
just
arms.
climb down.
Oh yeah.
It is
Say what?
20 feet.
You could attempt to just climb down the face of the rock, but it is 20 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lower just like holding the rope, lower the grappling part down.
Will you tie me other rope around the end of the grappling hook? I'm gonna use that one instead. I want to keep this one with me.
Aye, all right.
There's 2 grappling hooks? I'm
So
confused.
I've got my regular 50-foot rope and then a grappling hook with 50 feet. So I use both on
So you're
Pamela,
just
and I
using
just
the
want
regular rope.
yeah.
All right. I got. Hold on. And he like ties like a knot at the end, throws it, and maybe takes like 2 or 3 tries before.
Yeah,
he's
I'll
finally
just
able to
I'll
get it
pull
up.
it back up. I had that in my hands the whole time. And so I'll tie my regular rope around it.
Oh, I see. You're just lowering the grappling hook, letting them untie it, then pulling it back up. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you're able to leave a regular rope up there. You've got your grappling hook, and now you may attempt to climb down if you would like.
I would like.
The rope has not had enough time to fray, so no rolls are needed, and you are able to successfully make it down to the bottom of the pit as well. A small dust up with Staris and Dominic, but otherwise you've all made it down safely, including Pamela. Eladri, Dominic, those of you closest to the tunnel hole here, you can see that the owl was in fact correct. It is completely, it's collapsed. Just earth and stone just fill this tunnel, and there appears to be no way through it, at least not without considerable effort. However, the tunnel through here does appear open. You have to get a little low and crawl through it, but those with dark vision can see that it appears to get wider about 6 or 7 feet further in.
Right then, are we ready to move forward?
I am.
Oh, how much of this rope can we save?
One
the
tied to the
tallest?
rope
Yep.
is tied to the rock. He used maybe 5 feet around the stalactite, another 5 feet to the ledge, 20 feet down. So there's maybe 20 feet of scrap you could cut off at the bottom. 25 feet if you wanted to, cut it as it was up against the wall.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. for
Resources
sure.
might be tight.
Aye.
All right. You are able to, salvage 25 feet of rope.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, who's going in the creepy
okay.
hole first?
Before we start moving into the hole, Bernie's gonna kind of kneel down for a second and touch the stone. And I'm gonna try my tremor sense again to see if I can sense anything. Yeah.
Sense anything, yeah?
Yeah, sense anything, yeah. Just see if I can see some of the tunnels, if it's, if there's anything ahead of us.
Okay. Cool. Do something really quick.
This is my stone cunning again. Stone
Okay.
cunning tremor
Got it.
sense.
Yeah, got it. Roll me a perception check.
$19.
Nice.
Ooh.
It's not bad. You begin your stone cunning again. And it's quiet. And you focus. And you can feel the slightest vibrations. They seem to be coming from the northeast of your direction. Like something scraping against stone. And you try to focus on it, and the more you try to focus on it, the more you begin to hear that sound.
Yeah.
That drumming, rhythmic, musical screaming. Before you have to kind of stop, lest it becomes too overwhelming.
Yeah. Oh, there's something north of us, about to the northeast. I can't really tell what it is, but there is something in there. Everybody get close to me. And I'm just gonna, clap my hands together, and shadows are gonna spread out from around me as I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Hell yeah.
on
Ooh.
us.
Okay.
Hell
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
And
All right.
I'll say, yeah.
Right, and I can scout ahead.
Or I'll lead the way, and I'll take off my hat and my green cardigan and my jeans, put them in my backpack, and yeah, you see my yellow eyes just turn to like what looks like stone, and I'll like Gollum crawl just as close to the walls as possible.
I guess
And lead
one
the way.
last thing I want to ask before we start heading. Does everybody have dark vision? Or does anybody not have dark vision?
Do we all have it?
I will
I
take
do.
your
Do we have all-
silence
do we have
as
all dark vision?
everybody has it.
Everyone's dark vision.
Well, if that's the case, I think our best bet's going to be staying in the darkness. And then if
I will
something
say-
happens...
Dominic,
Yeah.
you notice Pamela is staying very, very close to Kitlin.
Oh, Pammy.
So
She's
she
got
might not
60
have it.
feet.
Okay,
She's got
so she
60
does.
feet, and I've got
Okay.
Oh, she does
superior
have
dark vision.
dark vision.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
Okay.
And I've
I
got,
don't think
got-
she really likes him. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, I mean, that makes sense. She just wants to be as close to him as possible. I get that. So I think our best bet's going to be staying in the dark, keeping to the shadows, and then Staris, if we get into trouble, maybe have dancing lights ready and prepared, just in case we need to illuminate where we are.
Of course.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my rope from Pamela.
Yeah.
Sorry, she
Everybody
covers the
is
rope.
able to
Yep.
recover the rope used to help Pamela, except for the rope Kitlin tied. Eladri was only able to recover about half of that. So before you begin to venture further into this mysterious cave, what is the marching order?
I'm out.
If I'm not the first, I'm
Yeah,
up near.
I'm the first and using stone camouflage.
I'll stay to the middle of the pack so that I can hit everybody with Cast Without a Trace.
Kitlin, where do you want
Okay.
Pamela?
Maybe keep her back, just like behind Bernie or something.
I'll go back with Pamela too.
Okay.
I'll take up the rear.
I'll say, Gundren is with you, Dominic. So it goes
Okay.
Kitlin, Eladri, Bernie, Pamela, Staris, Dominic, Gundren.
Okay.
Kitlin, you are the first one into the hole.
Crawl. He's gone. He's gone.
Into the hole.
Into the void. Into the void.
I did not expect that animation. Him to disappear.
Crawl about 5 or 6 feet before you can stand up again. And this is what you see. You have how far? 60 feet?
I have 120 feet.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
I guess everybody else is 60 feet then.
Correct. All the normal people that
I've
have
got
dark
I've got
vision.
122. I got the number 5.
Oh,
Dang.
fine. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll take my lowly 60 feet that I just got with my subclass.
Right. Yeah, because you don't used to have dark vision, right?
I did not.
Nice.
What you get for being a variant human?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You said it was Bernie felt northeast is what you felt?
Yeah.
All right.
That is what you see as you enter a series of tunnels, twisting and winding, going off in several different directions, numerous intersecting passages. The ceilings here are only 6 feet high, but to you that's tall enough. And several of the passages seem to twist and branch out in various different directions. Kitten.
I want to use my historical knowledge. When I enter a ruin or dungeon, I can correctly ascertain its original purpose and determine its builders, whether those were dwarves, elves, humans, UNT, or some other known race.
Awesome.
I want to ascertain its purpose and who built it.
So you've picked up some things about Echo Cave along this journey. And looking around, you can tell that these are mining tunnels clearly carved by people who know their craft well. You get the sense that this is dwarvish work, and you get the sense that these are branching tunnels that are looking for ore to mine. This looks like you have found your way into an old mine.
Do I know anything from just reading history books and whatnot about traps or like fake tunnels with doors and dungeons?
Roll me a history check.
12.
I think your gut feeling is that any place underground is unsafe. But nothing that you read specifically that like describes like what to look for or specific types of traps. So as you are searching your brain for any kind of useful nuggets that might help you here, the only thing you can really pull is this is probably super unsafe.
Well, I guess I'll just make room for being really careful and stealthy, not just set anything off, looking for traps. Just make room for everybody to come in so we can decide which way we want to go.
Okay. As you all follow in, I will just put you kind of in your order, if that is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Doris.
I can scoot up one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I because I think we should probably not be as close to where Dominic is right now. Per Bernie's.
Yeah, we'll say you guys are kind of squeezing a little bit too, if we need to. As you're continuing to make your way up, Kitlin, you're kind of just. It looks like you're just kind of just choosing a path and beginning to make your way. You can quickly kind of spot as you make your way a little further in, and we're getting close, y'all. I really do appreciate the patience. You can see a few kind of obvious dead ends. And as you continue to make your way up and further into the dungeons, unbeknownst to all of you, you have become hunted.
Oh.
I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative.
No.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, shit.
No.
I remember, Star, you get advantage.
Oh, yes, I do.
And so do I. Nice.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Cool.
Alrighty. What did everybody get?
22.
Nice. Anyone beat that?
No.
Anyone get above a 12? Anyone get above a 15?
17 for me.
17 for me as well.
Above a... Nice. Got that. Anybody above a 10?
I got an 11.
Anybody above a 5?
9.
Dungeon also got an 11. And Pamela goes with you, Kitlin, correct?
Yep.
All right. Unbeknownst to you all, you have become hunted as you begin making your way through these mines. We are now going to move in turn-based mode, moving forward to see if you can find what's hunting you before it finds you.
Oh.
Welcome to the final dungeon. This chapter.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like Ripley.
Cool.
I will warn you all. This place is very dangerous.
Okay.
There are things that live here. Like you are entering a habitat. Just because you finished the scripted encounter doesn't mean other things can't continue to haunt and dwell here. Resting here may not be guaranteed.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Good to know.
That is all I will say. And are we good